We are recording live right now from the Pull Up Podcast studio. I'm here with Matt. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, mate, and then I'll take over.
My name's Matt Lincoln, 36.
36?
36, mate.
Younger than me, luckily. So, this podcast is going to be more about the mental health side of stuff. We will talk a little bit about music stuff, but it's going to be more based around the mental health element. So if you enjoy all the music stuff, don't worry, guests in the future will go back to all the DJing and talking about the music industry and stuff. There will be elements of that, but today really is about mental health focus. So the reason I've got Matt here is we had a chat a while back, and to be fair, he was one of the reasons why we added the mental health element to it. He was chatting to me and he was like, why do you not add like the men's mental health side to it? And I was like, actually, do you know what? That's a great idea. Let's do it. And that's how the Pull Up Podcast has transitioned into what it is now, through Matt's idea. And I thought, well, if he's thinking about it in that sense, he's obviously got lots to talk about. So why did you accept that coming on here when I invited you? What was the reason for you saying, yeah, absolutely?
I just feel that men need to speak openly and freely about their feelings and emotions. I feel, including myself, that we hold things in, and we talk about how we think and not what's actually going on in our mind.
Okay, that's interesting. So have you watched the last couple of podcasts?
I have.
What do you think of it so far?
I think it's really good so far. I
Yeah?
think it could go somewhere.
Okay, cool. Well, that's positive feedback. I'll take that. Thank you to Jay and Matt for the last few interviews. So with this interview, I've got a load of questions. Do you want me to just jump in with them, or is there anything you want to talk about first? Or as I say, these interviews are very free reign. They're very open.
Let's jump in. Let's go in the deep end.
Okay, I will be referring obviously to my phone. It's got all my questions on it. Right. These are relaxed, more sort of talking naturally questions to sort of get you in the flow of things. All right. What's something people assume about you that's completely wrong?
That I'm a horrible person.
You're a horrible. Why do they assume you're a horrible person?
Just
why do you think that?
Just the way I put myself across.
And how is that?
I feel that if I get a phone call from a friend or someone in need, I don't think about myself. I'm always, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll do that for you.
Okay.
I think about everyone else before I think about myself.
Okay. So why do you think people perceive you as horrible?
Probably the way I come across to them, the way maybe I speak, or the way I put things in question.
So you believe you portray yourself that you come across in a certain way,
Yeah.
and you think people take that the wrong way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which way do you think that is perceived? I know it's quite hard to probably narrow down, because when I first met you, I can't even remember how many years ago it was now.
Probably about 4 years.
I never had that perception of you ever. So I never had the perception, he's a dick or he's horrible, or I've never had that perception about you at all. So it's interesting that why do you get that?
It's probably started from a feeling when I was a teenager back at school.
Yeah.
I just came across like cocky,
Yeah.
an arsehole, I'm Mr. Big Man,
Yeah.
even though I wasn't trying to be like that.
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic, so reading and writing's my issue. So
do you think it's more of sometimes a cover up, more of a defensive mechanism?
It's a mask, basically.
Okay.
It seems like when I go out or I'm with friends, I put on a mask on.
Okay.
Yeah, they ask how you are. Yeah, I'm okay, but actually, I'm not okay.
I think society as a whole, not just men, but men definitely, as a whole, we all do that now. It's like, yeah, it's very British to be like, you're right, mate, and it's yeah. Cool,
No, men talk about football all the time, and we go to the pub, have a couple of beers, talk about football.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about our mental health, basically.
Yeah.
How's work? Like, are you struggling with anything? How are you feeling? Men these days, no offence to the females, but the females are coming up the ladder quite quickly.
Yeah.
And men are hiding away from that. they're not challenging themselves to better themselves.
Okay.
Um,
That's interesting you say that. I have obviously views and opinions about women, and there's a lot of misogynistic stuff going on in this world at the moment. It's all about masculine toxicity, and it is very difficult because I do feel, from what I've experienced, a lot of that is coming from females.
but it swings both ways, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, it does.
Comes from men as well, domestic abuse,
Yeah,
sexual
absolutely,
abuse.
absolutely.
But then it also comes from the females.
Yeah, and I think there needs to be a reflection in society that actually, people are playing a part whether they like it or not, in terms of if you're dating someone, or if you're going to date someone, or if you're just following people online, the way you talk about them portrays to other people and can make up their minds about that person before there's even been a meet, for example, like you were talking about at the beginning, which makes no sense to me. We should always take people for face value of when you meet them and have a conversation with them. And as I say, when I met you years ago, I've never once thought, he's a fucking arsehole, why would I talk to him? It's never come across that way. Now, with you and knowing a little bit about your history, I think the arrogant side of stuff, maybe because you were a very good footballer, and it came back then, it was part and parcel of being good. You needed to believe in yourself quite a bit.
There's a lot of training, a lot of hard work that went behind.
Exactly. Are we quite happy to talk about your football? And
ideally, don't want to.
do you not want to?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. See, I really wanted to touch on that. So, before, I'll touch on as much as I can. You don't have to answer stuff, obviously, if you don't want to. If you do, great. What age did you start playing football?
Probably about 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah. And where did that love for it come from? Family or?
None of my family played football.
No?
No.
When did you discover you were good at football?
Probably secondary school, I think it was.
Yeah. Who told you were good?
It started at my local football club.
Yeah.
When I was playing 2, maybe 3 years above my age level.
Okay, so what club was that, if you remember?
Crawley Down Gatwick.
Crawley Down Gatwick.
Now,
Yeah.
it used to be Crawley Down Village.
Okay, Crawley Down. That's interesting. My son was going to be joining that, but he's not. So, okay, so back then, yeah, and you were playing ages above yours.
That's correct.
And
So
that was because of your ability, or?
At the age of 16, I was playing for the third team.
Okay, cool. And then from there, at some point, you went semi-pro, right?
That's correct.
What was the process from that to that?
At the age of 17, 18, I played for Crawley Down first game.
Yeah.
And I got noticed then.
Okay.
And I got invited down to a trial run.
In terms of your mental health as a teenager, what was your mental health like as a teenager?
Up and downs as a teenager. So my mum and dad got divorced quite young when I started secondary school.
Yeah.
As
an experience in life, how was that for you? Was that a really, really turning point in your life that you absolutely remember painfully, or?
If anything, I'll probably say that's a turning point in the way I acted.
Okay.
Because thinking back, I'll probably say I was the problem. I thought I was the problem, that my father wasn't there, or my dad wasn't there.
Right, okay.
I've heard stories since then from both sides.
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe or who to believe. We invited him to plenty of football games, never turned up.
Okay.
My mum will normally be there every week or every other week.
Yeah.
So obviously I've got 2 other siblings. But she'll turn up at every possible game.
Okay.
That's when my father wasn't there, and I thought
he wasn't. Question why?
Yeah, he wasn't turning up because of me?
Yeah.
I think that's where my.
When you questioned it because of you, did you question because of your ability or as a person?
As a person.
Okay.
As a child.
Okay, so you thought your dad didn't like you?
Yeah, I'd probably say that.
Okay. And growing up through secondary school with that, how did that affect you as a boy growing up?
Really hard.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a father figure. I didn't have anyone to look up to. I didn't know when I was getting older, like, what do I need to know?
Yeah.
How do I need to be a man? What do I need to do to be a man?
Yeah.
How can I support?
How were your group of
Girlfriends.
friends then? Were they your age? Because if you were playing older football as well as you're going through secondary school, did they become older friends, or did you hang around people in your age group?
They were between my age and up to 2 years above,
Okay.
give or take.
So you socialised in mixed circles age-wise?
Yeah.
Okay. And then going through secondary, football's going well, I'm guessing. You're making good football friends.
Football. When I was at school, secondary school,
Yeah.
I was in majority of the athletics teams.
Okay, so you're always doing
So
sport.
football, cricket,
Yeah,
running, athletics, rugby.
yeah,
I was at East Grinstead Rugby Club for 2 years, I think it was.
yeah. Did you not have a coach that you absolutely loved during that time?
There's a couple of PE teachers there which I enjoyed being around and hovering around
Okay.
and learning a bit from.
Yeah. Okay. And when you finished secondary school, did you carry on with college or?
I went down to Tri College, so Chichester College.
Yeah.
I did 3 years down there.
Were you travelling or did you
I
move
was
down there?
travelling, yeah.
Every day?
6:30 every single day.
Jeez.
An hour and a half journey all the way down to Chichester.
So when did you pass your driving? Or was you not driving?
I passed in 2007, I think it was November 2007.
Okay. And that allowed you to then drive back and forth.
Backwards and forwards, yeah.
Cool. Was that a good part of your life?
It gave me a more of open
Open view.
prospect, yeah,
Okay.
prospect in life because I was able to go out in my car,
Yeah.
go to the cinema whenever I want, go for a drive whenever I want.
Yeah. There.
But I'm quite young in my age group, so I was probably one of the last ones to pass.
Oh, okay. When is your
I'm a
birthday?
July baby.
Oh, you're a July one. Okay, so it's
Yeah,
summer, baby. Absolutely.
indeed.
So with that, I'm going to bring up another question. What's your public version versus your real version? So people perceive you, as you've sort of mentioned on, and then there's Matt, and then there's Matt. For example, I know you from Medusa and Angelique.
That's correct.
Yeah.
The real Matt. Probably just like being within my own company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to be surrounded by friends and family here and there.
Yeah.
But during the week, Monday to Thursday, I'm within my own company,
Yeah.
doing what I want to do.
You're happy with that?
75% happy.
Okay. What would make it better?
Being able to share a life with,
Okay.
so basically a girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you mind if I touch on previous
You
relationships?
could touch on previous relationships, but no names or
No, that's of course that's absolutely fine.
any deep
No, absolutely not.
conversations. On
So, you were in a long-term relationship.
that's correct.
Were you married?
I was married, yeah,
When did you get married? What age were you?
25.
And what age did it finish?
32, I think I was.
Okay.
31, 32.
Okay, so about 6-7 years of marriage.
Yeah, give or take.
You had a child during that time, correct?
That's correct.
And what I would imagine, whatever happened in that period of time, I would imagine the ending was hard work in some aspect.
Because it was just because it was after the pandemic, after COVID.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to say it's because of that.
Yeah,
I don't want to say if it's the reason for that.
but it played a part.
But it could have been a part.
Okay.
Probably shown.
Were you with each other a lot during that time? Were you locked down with them?
I wasn't. I was a frontline key worker,
Okay.
so I was doing deliveries and underfloor heating.
Okay.
So when I came home, my daughter was young, so I couldn't give her a hug. She was running up to me, "Daddy, Daddy." I couldn't. I had to go and have a shower.
Yeah.
Have a wash. I couldn't give her a hug because no one knew what it was.
Yeah, exactly. We were given back then, weren't we? It was the concept of we don't really know much about it, but make sure you're washing your hands so everyone would finish work, come in, and have a shower. And, yeah.
Okay. Clean everything you touch.
Yeah.
Take a cloth with you.
Yeah, that's it. It was a very weird time. And I do think, I don't blame, but I think COVID has had a big impact on mental health in this country in the last...
It's shown a lot of mental health in the last 5 years.
Yeah. That period of people being isolated and, stuck within certain bubbles. I think like Matt B touched on it last time we had the interview. It put a strain on his relationship, and I know from my experience, I'm very lucky. I got through that period, and we had problems during COVID. Being on top of each other all the time is hard work. I say to everyone, if we were best mates and we lived in the house together, we were with each other 3 months solid. At some point, we're not going to get on. Your best friend in the world can be your best friend in the world, but you live with them 24/7. At some point, you're going to conflict.
Let's put it in an easy way. If we're together and we're best mates and we loved each other 100%,
yeah.
After 4 or 5 months, we might have had an argument.
Yeah.
2 arguments. Yeah. We're not going to love each other 100% all the time.
Yeah.
It might be 60-40, 50-50.
Yeah.
70-30.
Yeah.
Right?
I get what you're saying.
At the end of the day, if you're in a relationship, work it out, talk to each other, sit down once a week and say, "How's it? How are you?
Yeah.
Where do we need to improve to make us better?
Yeah.
Where can I help you to improve yourself so you can make that next step as a person, as my husband or as my wife? Where can we make that next step as a couple?"
Do you feel a lot of men's mental health, and I don't like putting blame on things, but do you think a lot of men's mental health stem from relationships? Because when I interviewed Jay, I didn't say to Jay at the time, but when I interviewed Jay, it felt like he had a heartbreak when he was quite young, and I feel like that played quite a bit on his mental health. In the interview, I spoke about it, how was his mental health before. He said it was still a thing, but I felt like the relationship breakup that he had didn't help him, and I do feel the strains with relationships these days are hard work, and I do feel the amount of stuff that goes on social media, there is a huge influence on women now, and I think women are perceived in a certain way through social media, as well as them changing the way they are as human beings.
There's a big stigma, I think, regarding all of this, because with TV and Love Island and Celebrity Jungle and all of these soaps and TV shows now, and with the internet, with TikTok, with Facebook, you've got to perceive yourself as, I'm a 10/10. I'm absolutely gorgeous. I'm absolutely stunning. I've got the good looks. I've got the physique. I've got a nice car. I've got nice clothes.
Yeah,
that's fine, but not everyone's going to be like that.
No, it's not. It's not realistic. I was reading some articles the other day, and
I'll be upfront and honest. Back in the day, probably when I was 26, 27, I was on drugs. I was on steroids. I was going to the gym trying to jack myself up, trying to be big hard man, build muscle. And that also took a massive hit on my relationship.
And that was, I'm guessing, after football had finished and everything as well. So you were almost trying to reinvent yourself.
I was trying to, let's say, I didn't love myself for who I was.
Okay.
So the way I perceive myself in this is, if you don't love yourself for who you are, don't matter how muscly you are, how thin you are, how fat you are, if you don't love yourself, how are you meant to love someone else?
Okay. That's an interesting point. You've got to care about yourself before you can care for someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that point at all. And for people that don't, how do people, for someone that doesn't care for themselves in that way, or is a bit lost in how they feel about them, how can they, you got any tips on how people can discover ways to find who they are and love them for them? How can someone teach themselves, I love me for me, without being perceived as arrogant or showboaty, or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do a little bit.
Yeah.
That was a hard one for me.
Because I've got a friend, and he's quite showboaty, and I love him to death. People would think he loves himself. I genuinely think the complete opposite about him. I genuinely think he's my friend that I worry about the most, because I know it's a facade.
He's got to put this show on to make him
and I don't
feel
know.
happy for himself.
Yeah, and I don't know how I can get him to change that and love him for being him. But I agree with what you're saying.
So for me it took a while, really, for me.
Yeah, what was your process? Because maybe your process is something other people can do.
So I used to go to the gym 6 times a week, 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
I went from, I think it was about 20 stone down to about, I think it was about 15 and a half stone.
Was this during the period of taking drugs?
This was during the period of taking steroids.
Okay.
It wasn't injecting steroids, it was taking tablets.
Yeah.
I openly admit that. Took tablets, I've been on coke,
Yeah.
I've smoked weed, or other name for it, cannabis. But I've gone past that stage. Like I said, I didn't have anyone who was being a father figure to me, so I didn't know what was right and what was wrong.
Okay.
So
I think you're right.
I went out to learn for myself.
Yeah.
I had to defend for myself, but at the same time, I was also defending for my brother.
Yeah.
Because when he got in fights with people his own age, first one which will always be there will be me.
Yeah.
So I had to be the hard person.
Yeah. You became the male role model that you didn't have.
Technically, but not technically, if you can understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Out in public, but behind closed doors, I was just...
Yeah. Leave him to his own devices.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was sitting on a PlayStation, or
yeah, doing
out on a bike, or playing football at the park.
Yeah. How is your relationship with your siblings?
I don't have one.
No?
Don't have one.
Is that something you'd like to develop, or is it their choice, or is it yours, or what's that about?
It's my choice. If there has been several times where I have been in the same vicinity as my brothers and my sisters.
Yeah.
But there was an issue after the relationship which got taken too far out of hand. A couple of lies happened. Found out that my brother and my sister were meeting up with the ex, still talking to them, passing information which I was talking about behind closed doors.
Right, okay.
Which then went back to her, which then she played on and went, oh no, you're not seeing you.
So at some point, you all had quite a good relationship, I'm guessing, with your ex.
Yeah, I'd probably say we did, yeah.
Yeah, but then when things went wrong for you, they seemed to side with her.
I don't know if they sided with her or was the fact that the children, the kids, their cousins were all within the same age group.
Okay.
So they were all around ages of 5 and 10.
Okay. And one of the things you said, you touched on briefly earlier, is obviously at the moment you miss being able to go home and having somebody like a partner to have these daily conversations with.
I miss being a family man, if I'm totally honest.
Yeah.
I miss being a father to my daughter.
You still get to see her though regularly, right?
Here and there, ups and downs still.
Yeah. Is it on your terms or their terms?
I'll probably say it's on their terms at the moment,
Okay.
which is not what I want because that little girl's the world to me.
Yeah.
Um, I'll do anything for her.
Yeah.
I want to show her that I'm a good father,
Yeah.
that I could support her and do the right thing for her and show her what she should be looking for when she gets older.
Okay. Yeah. 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 As you say, girls. From what my experience in life, girls growing up, they need a positive role model of a man so they can perceive when they grow up what a good man should look like. And
I believe
imagine
that's for both.
Yeah.
Boys and girls.
Absolutely. I say this all the time, and you know, even though I'm a role model to my boys, my wife is a role model of the type of woman that they should be looking for.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's why a lot of people in this world do say, oh, you get with someone who's like your mum, don't they? It's a thing. It's interesting about that. So do you think at some point in your life she will be old enough to make a decision, actually, if she chooses to want to have a relationship with you, she will? Or do you think by then whatever's going on behind closed doors is going to be too toxic and it will be perceived that dad doesn't want a relationship with her?
I would like to think that she'll want a relationship with me.
Yeah.
I would like to think that when she's old enough, she'll ask questions.
Yeah.
I would like to think that in a couple of years, she'll come to my flat or
Yeah.
my house and
Yeah.
say, Dad, look, I want to see you more, or ring me up and say, Dad,
Yeah.
can you see me? Can you pick me up this week? At the precise moment in time, I've just got to the point where I just can't keep fighting against the animosity, the hatred, the anger that is put in front of me every time that I want to see my daughter.
So it obviously, I don't know anything about your ex. I've never met him or anything, but is it, do you feel that you don't get a chance to have a relationship with your daughter because she's controlling it? For what purpose?
I
To make herself look better, or?
I wouldn't say she's controlling it for herself.
Yeah.
I think she might be controlling it for our daughter's sake.
Why?
So when we split up, it was hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Yeah. Was it a mutual split, or
No,
it was more her side?
more her side.
Okay.
I'll be upfront and honest, I nearly killed myself.
Yeah.
I went as far as going down to Beachy Head and sitting on the cliff.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for my area manager, I probably would have done it.
Okay.
If it wasn't for him and me actually coming around going, why am I doing this? I've got a little girl.
Yeah. Wow. Was it a phone call at the time when you were there, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knew I was in the area.
Okay.
There was plans to meet for a drink.
Yeah.
I went down 45 minutes early.
Yeah.
Just
Contemplating
sat on the side.
And before then, did you ever, or was there any noticeable times where you struggled mentally? Like, I've always, it's taken me years to get to a point to understand mental health, because I really didn't understand mental health for a long time. I probably say I didn't experience any mental health until my 40s. Like,
I'd probably say I did have counselling earlier in my teens.
Yeah.
Can't remember what for, why for.
okay, but you remember it was counselling.
Yeah.
Okay, So, but other than that, this was probably a time in your life that you'd hit rock bottom real quick without no experience on how to deal with such a bad situation.
Yeah, it came all of a sudden with that. Like, the other half just didn't talk to me for a week. Then she said we need to go for a walk and a talk.
Yeah.
And then she said what she had to say. She told me to move out. I moved out to my mum's. Tried to fight for my daughter and the family, and everything I gave up and everything I had. I thought, as a man, I should be fighting for what I want and not give up and walk away from it.
Yeah. Do you think that was partly down to your experience of your mum and dad splitting up? Do you think you had that perception of, actually, I need to fight for this because this is what I needed in my life when I was young?
I always said when I was young and my mum and dad split up that I'll never get married and get divorced.
Okay.
I always said that I'll be the better person and try and work on myself as a man.
Yeah.
And be the man that I feel I should be.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. I'm still a work in progress, as they say.
I think a lot of people in this world I genuinely think you go through the whole of life at different stages of learning. I don't think you ever finish learning until you die, and then you can't learn no more after that because you're not here. I think.
Okay, are you happy as a man you were when you were a teenager?
Me personally,
Yeah.
Yes and no. There was elements where I wasn't, but there's elements where I was very proud of the person I was when I was younger. Yeah, definitely.
Are you happy with the man you've become?
No, I'm not happy with the man I've become, but I'm proud of what I've been able to achieve as a man.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, for me, I was brought up in a single household. My mum brought me and my sister up on her own.
As a mother and a father figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my mum done a fucking amazing job, and I tell this all the time. And for me, it wasn't the case of not having my dad around. It was more of the fact of, a bit like we say, why was my dad not around? I know now why, and I get it from both sides, and I understand from both sides, and I've experienced the reasons why my mum could not be with him, because.
See, it took me a long time to forgive my mum and dad.
Okay.
Long time.
Okay.
I'll probably say, thanks to the counselling I had, which I did and I paid for privately.
Yeah.
Because the NHS didn't help as quick enough.
Okay.
Or there was too much of a waiting list. There was a counselling lady called Annie. I had counselling twice a week, and she was absolute diamond with me. Did a load of different sessions, and she said you need to go home, sit down, and find out and work out why you will not forgive them people.
Okay.
So I did that.
And what did you
went back, and she went, "Can you forgive them for what they've done?"
Yeah.
And I said, majority of them, yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until probably the last year to 18, 19 months
Okay.
I couldn't forgive my dad.
And why was it so hard to forgive him?
Probably because he didn't fight for us as children.
Okay. And
but then he's saying that it was because he was working.
Right.
He was trying to be the breadwinner and bring the money in.
Okay. And you don't fully believe that?
I do and I don't.
Okay. You feel it weren't enough? He should have done more?
I feel
being the breadwinner isn't enough?
He should give him time to his children.
Okay. And it's, it all links in with what you're saying with your own child, Matt. That's what you want for your child because of your experience, and that's your perception of what a dad should be. When you become a dad, it is the hardest thing I've ever done, is being a dad. And to make sure that I'm still a good husband and good friend to my wife, I'm still a good son to my mum, I'm still a good brother to my sister, it's really hard to make sure you do all that whilst being a dad as well. Because, as you say, the kid is paramount and the most important thing. But it must be really frustrating for you not being able to be that influence.
Yes. As I didn't have my dad there, like I was saying, I didn't know what it was like to learn how to be a dad, how to be a father.
Yeah.
I didn't have anyone around me or friends around me who had children.
Yeah.
Didn't have any older friends or family members who had children who were around us.
Yeah.
When my daughter was born up to 2 weeks, I was there 24/7. There was a couple of complications which I dealt with my daughter, and then due to me having to go back to work because of parental leave, things kind of had to be given back to the ex and her side of the family.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not happy of myself, I'll probably say, looking back on it, because again, like I said, I could have given more time to my daughter.
Okay.
But I was working 6 days a week, trying to provide and bring money in, allow my daughter and my ex to do things that they wanted to do.
Yeah. So you try creating that lifestyle so they had what they
medium.
needed. Yeah. That you were the one working, but she could be at home and be a mum, and because I don't know, I guess like my wife wanted to be at home, with the kids, and I fully get that. One of the hardest things was seeing her have to go back to work when she didn't. They want to be at home, they want to mother the child, which is perfectly normal, and you trying to provide that situation as best you can. I know from my perspective, I imagine it's similar to you, all you ask for in return is you don't expect anything from them, but you expect them to not necessarily even acknowledge, but show that what you're doing is for them and be appreciative of it.
Yeah.
Did you feel very unappreciated?
Let's say my love language wasn't met. Probably say about 50-60% of the time.
Okay.
But then let's swing it the other way around. We come home from work from a full day job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say it's a 9 to 5 job. They've been at home. They've been up since 8 o'clock. They've done dinner and everything, or they're cooking dinner.
Yeah.
You come in the house. You say hi to your little kid. You go and have a shower, get ready and everything. Come down. You sit down, have dinner.
Yeah.
They will then say, well, why didn't you come and give me a hug and give me a kiss and ask me how I am and how my day's been?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they must have had a stressful life looking after a young child or a teenager while you've been at work all day.
Yeah.
So I think there's a little bit of, let's say, miscommunication, or let's say miscommunication between both sexes.
I think it's interesting. I think there is a common feeling, or not even a feeling. I think there's a misunderstanding that stay-at-home mums have an easy life. Don't get me wrong. In social media, sometimes we see these stay-at-home mums have great lives because the man is out there providing and creates a great life for them. But I think you're right. I think there is, being a stay-at-home mum is equally as hard as having a job. You're still going to get tired. There's going to be things that you can't manage as well on your own, at home. So that's going to create stresses, which are then, as you say, when you go home and you want to talk about your day at work and stuff, it's vice versa. They want to talk about the stresses that kid's giving them, or they just want to hug because they're fed up having that kid there. They just want someone else. Having a conversation with a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old can be a bit depressing all the time.
So I learned, because I've done loads of courses since we split up.
Oh, have you?
So I learned that females, when their husbands or boyfriends come home and you've got a young child, that the females want to get things off their chest, okay? But the males want to try and fix them issues.
This is true.
But
We as men are fixers.
Yeah, but the females don't want you to fix them.
No,
they just want you to listen.
Yep, absolutely, that's true. I've had this conversation with my wife. You're absolutely right. We as men, my wife will come at me with a problem. Straight away, I'm like, okay,
how do I fix it?
How do I get this right for you?
But they don't want that.
No, because if you fix it, it's like it makes it worse, and you wonder why it makes it worse. Because all they want you to do is hear it and empathise, and that's why women, when they have conversations with their friends and stuff, are on the phone for hours, and men are not. Mm-hmm. Because if I hear a mate say, I'm struggling with this, I think to myself naturally, right, what can I do to help him fix his problem? Because I know as a man that if I have a problem and it can be fixed, it takes that problem away. And that is where men and women are very different. I fully agree with that.
This is where I'm trying to flip my mind now.
Yeah.
From being what I was back then to being what I've learned now.
Yeah.
Have
you learned anything else? Any other good advice?
Only over mental health.
Only over mental health.
But again, because I went down suicide stages several times, I knew what the mental health test was.
Yeah, let's go back to that point.
Because I knew what the mental health test was, I was able to perceive myself as okay. And it wasn't until my last stint of what I tried to do that I've turned around and went, maybe I just need to turn around and go, I've done mental health work, I've done social working, I've worked in care, I've worked in mental health hospitals.
Yeah.
I need to turn around to them and go, look, I know what the test is.
Yeah.
I know how to pass the test. Yeah. But this is the issue.
Yeah. So let's go back to that point when you were really at your lowest and you thought about taking your life. Mm-hmm. And you said, luckily you had a friend on the end of the phone that helped you get through that. Then after that day or after that moment, obviously you said about they made you realise how, why would I take my life, sort of thing. What advice did they give you, or what did they say to you when you were in that position to change your mind?
They didn't.
Okay.
Something clicked
whilst you were having just general conversation, or
while I was talking to him, and he was like, well, your daughter won't have a father.
Yeah.
Your daughter won't have anyone to look up to. Surely she'll want her dad around, or to be around when she gets older.
Yeah.
Which I understand where he's coming from. And I'm grateful that he did bring me around, actually.
Yeah.
But also there's times where I'm also fighting myself, because there's so much that goes on between these two ears where I'm like battling with my own mind.
Okay.
Why is this? Why is that? Why don't they like me? Have I done something wrong to them?
Yeah.
What have I done wrong at work? Why are they calling me out this time?
Yeah. You sound like you question yourself a lot.
I question myself a lot.
Do you overthink yourself?
As a man or as a person?
As a person.
Yeah. I don't take compliments.
No.
Never taken compliment.
Okay.
You know me. I've got hundreds of aftershaves, perfumes. I could walk into a venue, restaurant, nightclub, pub, and people come up to me and say, "You smell nice," and I would be like, "Yeah, cool, cheers."
Yeah. Yeah, dismiss it. Yeah.
What are you wearing? Oh, I'm wearing this.
Yeah.
I'm wearing Joe Bulgari. Oh, I'm wearing Angel Share.
Yeah.
And I don't talk about it anymore. I'm just like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
So I just push it off.
So you're at a point. You're at a point in your life where you can't take compliments.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably more of a negative man than a positive man, if you understand where.
Do you feel that you don't love yourself very much at the moment?
I'm improving.
Okay.
Am I happy about where I am at the moment? Nope.
Okay. So in your mind, you're not happy where you are at the moment with you. What is it going to take for you to get to that point? What are you doing about it?
I am working on my own feelings, doing meditation, doing gym work, making myself feel happier, and I am happy and content on my own.
Yeah.
Am I happy about the way I look? Nope.
Okay.
Am I happy with my voice? No. Am I happy what happened in my past? No.
The stuff in the past you can't really change though.
But like I said at the start, I'm a work in progress. But
yeah.
I'm trying to do the work. I'm trying to learn about myself as a person.
Yeah.
I do fall back onto the courses that I've done regarding when I was with the counselling.
Yeah.
And just refresh my mind and try and change a couple of pieces in my brain to turn that switch the other way.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, and obviously I'm no professional, but it does sound like you're falling out of love with yourself a little bit. That makes sense. You don't. Mm-hmm. There's not as much care for yourself as there should be, and how you do that question, I don't know. I don't know if psychologists or has answers.
Yeah, I'd rather keep myself busy.
Yeah.
Which will then, if I'm busy, my mind's busy.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'd prefer.
If I'm not busy.
Yeah.
Then my mind's doing 20,000 other things.
Yeah, like you were saying, you overthink things as it is. So giving yourself any time to do that overthinking, it can develop into random stuff, which is good.
This is why I go to the gym because I don't work the weekends.
Yeah.
During the day, I'll go to the gym for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Keep my brain busy.
Keep my brain busy.
Yeah, and hopefully that will lead to you feeling better about yourself, and then hopefully you can start to love the way that maybe you look. For me, you're a handsome enough guy, you haven't got to worry about the way you look. There'll be someone out there that will love you the more you are one day.
It's not the way I look, it's the way I probably perceive females now.
Okay.
For what I've been through.
Okay, that's an interesting point.
So, through what I've been learning through different courses that I've done.
Yeah, go on.
I've been able to read females a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And signals a little bit easier. And then I'll kind of...
Do you see red flags really quickly?
Yeah, really quickly.
And you know what? I guess you're coming in touch with the red flag, that flag for you as an individual, but that makes you go, can't be with this person.
I'll just close away.
Okay. And what sort of things are they? Like, what sort of things, if you're on a date, and have you got an example of that straight away makes you go, can't take this any further?
I haven't been on a date since the relationship. Not even one.
Wow. How many years has that been?
Probably 5 years this year.
That's mad. Makes me feel like I want to take you out on a date.
Like I said, I just keep my mind occupied.
Yeah.
And
no, I get that element.
If that's when the boys want me behind the bar helping them out voluntary, then I'll jump behind the bar and help them out voluntary.
Yeah.
That's why I went to Medusa. That's why I went to Angelique and helped them out.
Is that why you like the nightlife that we're involved with? Because it keeps you busy at times, which could be a lot of thinking time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I fully understand
if
that.
I'm not working and I've been to the gym, the next thing I'll do is just go to bed. If my mind's overthinking,
Yeah.
the next best thing for me is just go to bed.
Yeah. Work or sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that, and I get that. It is a shame that can't be transmitted into, as you say, having conversations about having relationships with your daughter. It's a shame that, obviously, whatever your ex is up to, maybe she's just not in a place to have these discussions yet. I don't know,
but then I have
hope it
come
can get to that point.
I have come to a point where if I am talking to a female,
Yeah.
and it is getting close, I'm second guessing myself.
Yeah.
Reason why I'm second guessing myself is because my daughter.
Okay.
I don't want to introduce
Yeah.
this person to my daughter in case of this goes wrong or in case of that goes wrong.
Okay.
But then I don't want to introduce her to my daughter just to keep my daughter safe.
Yeah. I get that. There's a very fine line between what you want and what you should have. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes, and I think you know, you might discover this over the next few years, that sometimes you've got to take that leap and learn from it, and sometimes it will fuck up. But
I've always said to myself it'll be 6 months to a year before they meet her anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So, but that, you know, everyone will deal with the processes differently, and I think you're absolutely right. You're in a position where you're more cautious, and you have the right to be cautious. But at some point, that guard has to come down that little bit more each time, and I think that's the hardest thing. And I think I really hope at some point you get to that point. So, moving on. What was the last time you genuinely switched off? Sorry, when was the last time you switched off?
Generally switched off.
Yeah.
Probably last Sunday.
Yeah?
I just went to the gym, did nothing during the day.
Yeah.
Just sat there, watched TV.
Yeah.
And then about 9-10 o'clock in the evening I just went, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
And then from the gym I just went for some bed. So I'm just doing a me day.
Cool.
I'd probably
good.
say it happens once a week or once every other week.
Okay. Well, that's good that you're making that time for yourself. You should, I think. You know, switch off or downtime or whatever you want to name it. You know, I think you have to have time for you. Like for me, my downtime is actually doing stuff like this. You know, and I think you have to do what makes you feel happy within yourself. If you love to have a nap, and then you love to go for some good food, or you love to go to the gym, why not do it?
Yeah.
It helps. Feeling good, endorphins for your brain is great for your mental health. And that's why, sadly, a lot of people get addicted to alcohol and drugs, because it changes that mentality and closes out some of that noise and some of that time when you're overthinking things. And when you were at that phase in your life where you were obviously taking steroids, going to the gym, was there any other drugs, or has there been a time in your life actually where you've drank too much regularly? Other than every weekend with us. But
It's not heavy though, is it?
no, true.
I get to a certain level when I'm like,
Yeah, I'm going home.
I'm done. Or 1 o'clock, I'm on water now.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably February when I went to Cardiff.
Okay.
Boys' night out in Cardiff. I went. Yeah. Probably the best time away from where we live.
Good. That's
Which hopefully will start bringing the guard down, because we are talking about going elsewhere in the country.
Good. And that is the thing. I think friend circles, especially for men, and I can't speak from a female perspective, but for men, circle of friends are crucial to break out of routines, to make new friendships, and to just experience other things. I'm very lucky. I have a very good circle of friends, and I can't ever speak highly enough about them. I love all my very, very close knit friends, and I just feel, I feel like what you're saying is actually,
But it's hard because I've got friends in Kent. We've
Yeah.
got friends in Kent.
yeah,
We've got friends in Crawley. We've got friends. Oh, I've got friends in Cardiff.
yeah,
I've got friends down in Worthing. Work colleagues over in Horsham,
yeah.
Littlehampton area.
Do you
So
not?
I've got friends all over, but it's making the time
Yeah,
to see them, and that's where things are getting tricky because they're like, why don't you just come see me this weekend? Well, I can't 'cause I'm working or
Yeah.
I've got my daughter.
but then again, it's part of taking that leap where you maybe change your patterns and actually go, do you know what? Fuck it, I've got to do it. I've got to go and see blah 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 because I keep telling them I'm gonna, and that's time that I do need to because why not?
There is talks of something going on in July and August
Yeah,
in 2 different locations in the UK. But they're with the friends that I don't see regular.
yeah. Do you have a best friend that you do confide in a lot in?
I openly speak to several of my friends,
Okay.
but I don't openly discuss a lot, if you understand what I mean.
Okay.
I don't go into too much detail. I touch the surface, scratch the surface.
Yeah. Would you say you reach out and drop like a few things to give them hints? Actually, I'm struggling, and then you're waiting to see how they take that to then develop the conversation, or do they
Yeah,
have their own shit they're dealing with, or
yeah, I do. But the most annoying thing is when they turn around and go, I hear you.
yeah,
I understand where you're coming from.
yeah,
No, you don't.
yeah,
Because between these 2 ears, you don't know what's going on.
yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. And I think for me, that's where I would struggle to speak to some, let's say, a mental health worker, because that's, you know, they will sit and they will listen, which is great, but you still don't fully know what's going on up here.
Yeah.
You know.
And this is where we need, within the UK, more specialists, more mental health nurses, more trained police officers in mental health,
Yeah.
more understanding of mental health, more training and training within the workforce regarding mental health.
Okay.
But the issue is it costs.
It does.
It costs.
It does cost money.
But regarding
and this is
the
when
blue light services, they should have it. They should have.
it should be part of their training.
They should have top knowledge on mental
Yeah.
health, and they should have the specialist. And perfectly honest, I think some of them specialists or helpers or volunteers should be people who've been through it and who
Yeah.
have come out the other side,
Okay. Yeah. So people with experience.
who understands mental health, who have gone from the deepest of black holes
Yeah.
and who are pulled themselves out of it and come in leaps and bounds the
Yeah.
other side.
Yeah.
Because then they could talk to the person who are having issues, saying, "Look, this was where I've been. This is what happened to me,
Yeah.
and this is where I'm now."
And this is why I've created this platform, and you know, we touched on with Matt and Jay as well, is I think the more we talk about it, the more people can take experiences from other humans and relate to it. I think mental health is only going to get better socially if we as a society do something. Yes, I agree with you. I think the blue light service, they should all have specific mental health people, you know, management within, you know, their settings, whether it's ambulance, fire, police, whatever it may be. As you say, all that will cost money, and I don't think we're ever going to see that money come into the services. So the only people that can really control its development is us as a society. Platforms like this, me and you talking, us talking to our friends, so people can be aware there are services out there, and hopefully those services can help someone, or what we talk about, someone will relate to it, and be like, actually, I haven't tried what they've just said. Maybe I need to try that. Do you know what I mean? For me, that's the only way I think people are going to develop with mental health. I don't think there is a quick fix on mental health, and I certainly don't think we're going to get it through our governmental systems at the moment.
There are a lot of free services around.
Yeah, it's charities that are doing the work.
Yeah,
like Jay said, some workplaces have mental health first aiders. You know, I've never come across a mental health first aider in the workplaces that I work.
We've got them, but I haven't seen one.
Oh, okay.
No one's spoken to us about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to look.
But there are charities around local areas to people.
Yeah.
Which they could openly go in there. They don't need to pay anything and talk to someone.
Yeah.
And tell them how they feel.
Yeah.
And there's also the Samaritans and other.
There are more
other
out there.
lines out there.
There are, and I might do a short video and post at some point and promote all of these, because even though I'm part of all these new groups that I've sort of joined, there's many that I'm missing out on and not sharing. So I'm going to get in the habit of actually doing that, because there are a lot of services, a lot more than I've mentioned, and I think it's important we start exploring all of them, so then everyone's got options that they can look into. One thing I quickly want to touch on before I ask another question is, do you feel men's mental health, because I bring this up now because I'm going to be doing an interview with someone soon about domestic violence on men. Have you ever been a part of domestic violence at all in your life?
No, don't think so.
No. What about any sort of domestic abuse, mental, anything like that? It doesn't always obviously have to be physical. You don't have to obviously have experienced personally.
Probably a little bit here and there, but it goes in one ear and out the other for me.
Okay, so nothing that's permanently affected you as you're currently aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anything, it's work banner.
Do you think domestic violence on men is a growing thing? Do you think that's part of men's mental health?
I think
that should be touched on.
I think it's getting brought up a lot more.
Yeah.
But I also feel that it's both ways.
Okay.
It's going both ways. It's not just one-sided.
Yeah.
I think it's both females and males.
Okay. So you definitely feel it's more of a 50-50 split than we've known it in the past. I know from growing up my age, you know, domestic violence was always a man, obviously assaulting a female normally. And but you definitely feel like it's flipped and it's at that 50-50 stage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is something we can look to address in the future. Right, I've got loads of questions to get through, so we're going to pick off a few and pick up the speed a little bit with them. This is interesting. What do you do when no one's watching?
Listen to country music.
Country music, man.
Yeah, man. It's up and coming. It just chills me.
Up and coming.
It chills me out.
Is there a song that you love from the country side of music?
Luke Combs. Luke Combs' new album, absolutely amazing. Jelly Roll, another decent singer. But they just chill me out. Like every Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
We get dancehall, we get Afro beats, we get drum and bass, we get garage.
Yeah.
We got all of them. So I'm like,
you like to go to a music that you're not hearing.
Let's just flip it a little bit more. Let's go country.
Okay.
It just chills me out and brings me back down to the surface.
Do you normally listen to that, like for example, on the way home from work?
I'll probably listen to it while at work as well.
Yeah. At the gym?
No.
Nah, as I say, I can't really feel that.
Motivational stuff for the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big motivational stuff.
Yeah, country I can't see being that motivational.
No, just.
I feel like country music's more about life experiences.
It just
almost
chills the
therapeutic.
vibes. Yeah.
A bit like reggae.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your comfort food or guilty pleasure?
Chinese food.
Okay. Anywhere specific?
No, as long as they have decent chicken balls.
Chicken balls.
And chicken in lemon.
Okay. That's cool. Is there a good Chinese that you like in the Crawley area?
Haven't had any for a while.
Maybe tonight's the night. Who knows? What song explains your life right now?
What song explains my life? Probably say Eminem 9 Miles.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What makes you pick that?
Just because of the words and lyrics in the song, just so many ups and downs he's been through.
Okay. So the struggles. Okay. That's good. What one thing you wish men could say out loud without judgment?
Men could say out loud without judgment.
What do men not say out loud, but you would like them to be able to without them being judged?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
We can always come back to it.
Yeah, come back to
I
that
think, for me, that sort of thing, you're right, it's a hard question because as a man...
If we're talking about mental health, I'll probably say, I need help.
Okay.
Because men won't turn around and say, I need help.
No.
Because men are perceived to be the bigger person.
Yeah.
You're a man, don't cry. Act like a man. You should be the grown up. You should be the muscle man. You should be protecting your wife, your daughter, your son.
Yeah.
Your mother, your father.
Let's touch on that
brother,
quick.
your
Actually,
sister.
we've briefly spoke about this in the past. It's off script of what I want to do, but it's not a problem. We spoke about what men are today and what they were in the past and what a men should be in the future. What is a man? What do you perceive as you're not a man if?
Well, now, if you're not getting in fights, you're not a man. If you're not backing people up, like your girlfriend up, you're not a man.
Okay. So, I sort of feel what you're saying on that one in terms of, through my experience of obviously current work. You feel maybe young men or older men?
Young men.
Young men. So young men of today are not perceived as being a manly man if they are not fighting or backing up their mates and stuff like that. You feel part of society and culture, that's part of maybe the problem with men growing up. Because
but then that could also be an issue with single parents.
Yeah.
With them not having a father figure around, not being able to learn, and their mother having to be the mother and the father.
Yeah.
They must have found it a lot harder to try and teach their son how to act, how to behave.
One thing I hate hearing
when he gets older,
yeah,
they might have a younger child who then she's got to look after.
Yeah.
While he's out on the streets causing trouble.
Yeah.
She can't be then in two places at once to then.
One thing I hate hearing is when single mum households tell their child, their son, especially their son, that they are the man of the house now. I think that is very toxic.
Very.
I don't think a child should be told you are now the man of this house.
At the age of 12.
That could mean, one, that can mean fucking anything. you don't know how they're going to transfer that into the head of what that means, because you don't know at the time of what their perception of being a man is.
Or even at 16.
Yeah.
School's ended, you're the man of the house, go to work.
Yeah.
What, so you want me to work 40 hours a week instead of going to college and getting higher education?
Exactly. You know, what is the concept of that? And I think people, adults especially, when you feed your kids information like that, you are the man of the house, or you need to be the man of the house, or however you want to perceive that, you have to be careful in the way you're translating that and what your expectation is. Because for them, if that's then translated from the men they're watching online, like we've spoke about, you know, what was that documentary that came out not long ago? Oh, on Netflix. Is it Louis? No, can't remember his name.
Oh, the guy with the glasses.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to bring it up. I can't remember. It's that documentary about male toxicity and all of that. Menogis. Let me find it. It's going to wind me up. Oh, what is it called, Matt? I guarantee you've watched it.
I think I might have done, you know.
Netflix documentary about that was it. Louis Theroux, Inside the Manosphere. You know,
I haven't watched that one yet.
have you not?
No.
It's it's very interesting. Very interesting. It is worth a watch because you've got people like him and what's his name? Andrew Tate. All these guys that are on social media that maybe you think actually your son doesn't watch, but do you know what? Without realising it, these young men are being influenced, because what they'll do is they'll see like Andrew Tate do a fight or whatever, like when he was doing mixed martial arts or doing a gym session. So they'll click on it and watch it, and then straight away that feeds into their algorithms on social media, and then the other stuff will slowly start creeping up where he is very misogynist, and his view and opinion, in my opinion, is, you know, his view on women is horrendous now, how he treats human beings and stuff is awful. And these boys look at these guys thinking this is how a man should be, especially if they're brought up in a single household with just a mum. You know, that I think you're right. I think the dad role model and a dad figure is hugely missed. I was very lucky. I was brought up by a woman, but I suppose I had my granddad as a role model for a while. I had a couple of my uncles as role models, and I had my rugby coach as a role model. So through them,
also to that, we had youth clubs.
That is also true. Yeah, we had youth clubs to go to. Admittedly, a lot of those workers were female, but there might have been the odd male there. There were older, you know, boys there. We picked up male role model stuff that wasn't necessarily fed to us in the way it's been fed today. You've got these people on social media that are saying this is what men should be like, and believe it or not, kids are believing it, and they think this is actually how we should perceive life as a male, and it is very toxic, and being told what a male should be is really, really hard, and I think that is affecting men's mental health a lot. And I think if you're in your late 20s, early 30s especially, I think it's a very confusing time of, well, what is a man? Because a man's role, in my opinion, has changed a lot from what it was when I was
100%
young to what it is now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to change in terms of the way you love people, love humans, love life. For me, that should still be the same. As maybe a character, as being, you know, go back to the 80s and 70s, you know, men were breadwinners, they were the ones that earned the money, and the wife normally stayed at home. That cannot be the same anymore, because where things cost so much money, the mum, the dad, the man and the woman both have to go out and earn enough money so that house can survive. In the old days, it could be just a man. The man would work and it would cover all the bills. It doesn't work that way anymore. It's now both. So to perceive that men are the main breadwinners is absolute bollocks, in my opinion. And I think it does need to change the perspective that young men are being fed. I think has to change, and it has to come sadly through influencers. But the problem is, influencers, whatever gets them the clicks, they're going to do, which is the sad part of life. And I don't know how we're going to stop this circle other than educating kids, one within schools and two at home. I don't know how we can change it.
It's got to start somewhere, and the starting point is schools and home.
Yeah. Don't even get me started in education. That's a different thing altogether, and I can talk about that all day. But I am going to jump on some more questions, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Well, I've gone through that. Have you ever pretended to be okay when you really weren't?
Yes.
Of course, I wasn't expecting less, to be fair. I think every person has done that. Man and woman, probably. I know men do it a lot. I do it a lot.
I haven't done it much recently.
That's good.
I'll probably say 2 years ago.
Yeah. Why do you do it? I know why I do it, but why do you do it?
Probably hearing people say, "Oh, he won't change, he won't change," and just repeating over in your head.
Yeah.
People saying, "You won't change, you won't change, you won't change," but you know you're changing.
Mm.
Give it time. You know you're changing to be a better person.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it's like, you won't change.
Yeah.
So why can't people they perceive that human beings can't change when actually they can.
Yeah. And sometimes it just takes a bit of time. Sometimes I do think other humans don't give other humans enough time.
But then is that a generation thing?
True. Maybe it is.
There's the saying, isn't there?
Go on.
The old for the older generation, leprechaun don't change its spots.
Yeah. But yeah, again, these are old phrases for old times, and I think everything in life does change, and I think you're right. I think people change, and given the right circumstances and the right environment, anyone can change.
Yeah.
What is the hardest "I'm fine" you've ever given?
Probably to you and our other friend.
Okay.
When actually on a Friday night I just came out because I needed to be around my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I wasn't fine, because I put a mask on.
Yeah.
And said I was fine, I just needed to have a laugh and to talk with my friend.
Yeah. To put yourself mentally somewhere else.
Yeah.
For the time being. Yep. I'd agree with that. I've done that. What's your biggest stress trigger? What stresses you out the most? What triggers you?
Probably the cost of living.
Yeah. Finances,
everything's going up.
Yeah.
Everything's going up, wages ain't going up, wages staying the same. People are trying to find 2, 3, 4 jobs to try and keep stable. The government not doing its bit, not understanding what their country needs or wants are.
Yeah.
Not like you see the politicians out and about unless it's election week or month.
True. Yeah, that's an interesting point.
Why are they not out going, what do you want to see in the town?
Yeah.
What do you want to see in the city?
That's it. Do you know what? I would love to see our local MPs coming into the bars at night, having a drink with real people and asking those questions whilst being drunk. Because...
Or even just the licensing people just coming in and just drinking.
Licensing have not got a clue.
And just switch up for one night.
Yeah.
Don't think about work. Don't come out and talk about work.
Yep.
Just come out into town.
And see what your town is doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I like that idea.
Oh, you're probably thinking that the person I'm thinking right now.
Yeah.
Why did she come out?
When was the last time she would have been in town to see what the nightlife is like?
Christmas. She would have gone to a certain pub.
Yeah.
For a Christmas meal.
That would have been it.
And that would have been it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they would have gone home. just because it's the closest one to the town hall. But why couldn't you go to the other venues?
Yeah.
Talk to the owners, talk to the staff.
Yeah. See what
Talk
they
to
offer.
the screen.
See what your town is offering your people.
Yeah.
I agree. That would be quite cool.
At the end of the day, if there's no clubs, pubs, or restaurants,
Yep.
you wouldn't have a job.
No, the town would be. It's bad as it is. But it would be
Licensing wouldn't be there.
awful. Yeah.
The reason why you got licensing is because the town's got nightclubs, pubs, clubs, restaurants.
We've touched on it before, mate. You know, they ain't like they pay cheap fees either. No. It's not cheap to own a bar in Crawley or in any town.
I've just done my personal licence.
Yeah.
They just got me to pay 150 quid or 158 quid.
Yeah.
For all my paperwork.
Yeah. It's mad.
And that's me doing it myself.
Yeah.
And that's doing the exam. But if you get a company to do it, you're looking at 240 quid.
Yeah, it's mad, mate. Like they don't. I said it. I think it was last week with Matt, and they don't really have a clue on what the town is anymore. It's losing its identity, not because of the people that are in it, but the councils are out of touch. They really are, and they need to wake up because it's.
They're more worried about joining with another council at the moment than they are of saving their town.
It's shit.
They've thrown so much money away, which they could have saved, and they wouldn't be in the debt that they are.
I know, it's mad. It is mad.
So if one of them could come to us and tell us why they've thrown all that money away, it would be lovely. Thanks.
I do think there should be like an annual review on the finances the council spend, where the public are allowed to see what they have spent it on, and then they have to justify it.
Just like Morrison's.
Yeah.
Morrison's are still paying for that
building. Yeah.
Building.
It's insane.
Right. So I think they've got another nine years until they're 15 years.
It's crazy. Like the rent on that must be stupid.
It's cheaper than what they pay.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper to keep it closed than to open it and pay what they're paying. Why can't there be an agreement between the council and Morrison's to pay it off? Because by the time their renewal comes up after 15 years, because I think there's 2 or 3 buyout clauses involved at certain levels, why can't they discuss about it? Because giving it back to the council right now will be so much easier than giving it back to them after 15 years, because it'll be so run down and so derelict with so much damage to it,
and
it's going to cost to refurbish it.
Yeah.
Just give it back. Let's get
or at least sublet it.
Let's get 15-20 shops in there.
Yeah. Absolutely. It should be almost like an indoor market.
Let's get a pop-up nightclub in there or something
like
stupid.
I've said before to you, I think, as well as many other people, it should be Crawley's version of Box Park.
100%.
100%. You know, have all the amount of small individual food outlets we've got in Crawley, give them a place in there, you know, have a central. It could work so well, and it could bring some liveliness to the town.
Downstairs car park. Why can't you put the market in the downstairs car park instead of having the market on the
Then you haven't got to worry about the weather. Centre. Yeah. It's little things. They don't seem to want to think out of the box. It makes you wonder why.
Because you've got double car park there, or even put the market on the first floor.
Yeah, mate. The point is, there's a lot of room they could just waste in, and as you say, eventually will cost them a lot more money. Makes no sense, mate. That's a good point bringing it up. Crawley Council, take note. When did you first realise your mental health mattered?
Probably say a month into my counselling with Angie.
Okay.
From when I was going to top myself.
Okay. So quite late on in your life, in your late 20s.
Yeah, I think it was my 20. When did we split up? 21.
Yeah.
So 23, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably say 23.
Okay.
Just trying to work it all out on my phone. Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Growing up, what were you taught about emotions?
That men shouldn't have any.
Men shouldn't have emotions.
Mm.
Okay.
I was brought up in quite a strict family.
Okay.
If I swore, oh, soap in the mouth,
Yeah.
click around the ear. Nan and granddad do silly things. If I did anything out of the ordinary, it'd be the same consequences. Grounded, not having this, your PlayStation gets taken away.
Yeah.
So basically, I got taught to grow up quite quickly at a young age.
Okay.
So my emotions, feelings, and needs through the teenager stages probably wasn't there because we weren't allowed to cry. We weren't allowed to have emotions. As
Okay.
boys, we weren't allowed to talk about it. Normally, 9 times out of 10, it'd be a fist fight outside,
Yeah.
and they'll let us do that, and then done sorted.
Okay. It's an interesting point. You know, it makes me wonder if there's as many families that are different to that today.
Be a case of, are they actually staying inside?
I know the answer to this question. Were you ever told to man up?
Yeah.
And what did that mean to you, manning up? When someone says man up, what did it mean to you, especially when you were younger?
To me, it was a case of holding what you're about to say in. Don't say it. Don't cry. Push it to the back of your head. Forget what they said. Move on from it.
Yeah.
But later on in life, it kind of has come to fruition that it's all coming back up, and that's probably why the mental health side of things has taken a harder hit.
Yeah.
Just because I wasn't talking about it.
So being told to man up, we as men, when told to man up, we don't actually forget what the problem is. It just stays back there, festering.
And then something will happen where you'll then flip.
Okay.
Which happened several times.
Yeah. When was the last time you lost your temper?
Recently, or?
Yeah, like when was the last time? Today, driving here?
Full on lost my temper. Probably about. Actually, that was last week.
Sooner than you thought.
Yeah, last Friday.
Last Friday, we lost your temper.
Yeah, because I should have had my daughter last Sunday and it didn't go ahead.
That makes sense.
I just
Lost your
went
shit.
straight over my head. I was like, no, it was before that. No, it wasn't.
Okay, so quite recent then, really. Do men hide pain differently to women?
Yeah. Women like to get things off their chest.
So you think men
Men hold it in.
hold back? That's a way of hiding their pain, where women...
Well, I lost several people when I was younger.
What, suicide or just people you care about?
Cancer, suicide, old age,
Okay,
friends in the army,
yeah.
incidents, car crashes, which hit hard at the start, I guess. But the family side of things, I thought it was better for me to stay in college or better for me to do my football because they wanted me to achieve something, to progress at something that I love doing.
Okay.
Um,
Did you love your football?
Adored it.
Why did it stop?
Due to an injury
Okay.
in the right knee.
Yeah. Not much you can do about injuries, mate.
Not through the knee either.
No. What does anxiety actually feel like to you personally?
Anxiety to me is probably when I've got 1,001 ideas going on in my head and I can't think of which one to do first.
Yeah. Yep.
Or you have a call from work. Oh, the area manager's here to see you. Alright, cool. When are you going to be up the yard? 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, cool. And then you get off the phone, you're like, well, why are they there to see me? What they want? And you're working yourself up to this stage, and then you get to work, and all what they're there for is to change the brake light on your van.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
And how does that feel at the time when it's building up?
Horrible.
Are you one of these people that get sweaty, or like do you physically see your anxiety?
No.
No. Are you good at masking your anxiety?
I feel like I'm getting good at putting a mask on my anxiety, feelings, and my personality at the moment.
Okay. And that's as a protection element?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel that, I say it to everyone, if you don't like me, then great, leave me alone. If you like me, great, could be my friend.
Yeah.
I could have said it in a different way. If you don't like me, then fuck off. If you like me, then great, you could be my friend.
Yeah.
But don't talk about me behind my back or spit lyrics or words about me.
Yeah. Fair enough.
While I'm not there to defend myself.
Yeah.
And I've said it to my family, and I've said it to my family over and over again.
One thing I've learned in life.
Just because I deal with things differently.
Yeah.
Probably from losing 3 family members.
Yeah.
Well, I lost them from the age of 16 to the age of 23.
Yeah.
So again, young age to mid-teens.
Yeah, losing people that are important to you. For me, it's one thing I've learned in life. There are always 2 sides to a story, always. So if you're hearing something about me, for example, come and ask my version, and then you make your judgment on both of those, where you sit. Do you know what I mean? You haven't got to take sides, whatever, but if someone's saying this about such and such, make sure you get the other version as well, because I always find there is something in between it, and then you can make your own judgment as a human being.
Yeah, not both parties are going to say the full truth, are they? They're gonna say their side of the event in their eyes.
Exactly, in their eyes, and that's it. Get it from both, then you can make up your own mind on that. Have you ever hit burnout without realising it?
I probably hit burnout in 2021.
Yeah.
Just after the breakout.
Okay.
Breakup.
Yeah. And how did that feel? Like, for you, what did that burnout consist of, feeling wise?
Beating myself up.
Yeah.
Being tired all the time, wanting to be asleep, not wanting to be around people, not wanting to see friends or family. Staying up playing the PlayStation.
I had an interesting conversation about this actually. We were like, where people play computer games and stuff, and I know from when I was younger, like, I don't get the time anymore to really do it, other than when my sons want to play me at FIFA. But being a young man, it said a lot. Why do you want to play computer games? Why do you want to, stay up all night and play computer games? And I genuinely think computer games are a huge outlet for men's mental health.
I used to throw the controller at the TV.
Yeah?
If I weren't winning, I'll throw the controller at the TV.
You had a bit of rage, did you?
And that'd be my getting my anger out.
Okay. But I genuinely think like it's an escape from reality, a bit like when you listen to music. Yeah, it takes you it takes you mentally to a different place. I think playing computer games is very similar in terms of you can forget your troubles and focus on something else.
The boys have got football, rugby, TV, video games. Yeah.
Yeah.
The girls have got makeup, shopping, women's football, women's rugby.
Yeah.
And whatever else they like doing.
Yeah. What is your coping mechanism with, and is it healthy or unhealthy? How do you cope? Obviously, you've made it quite clear at times you cope with masking.
Yeah, I try not to mask a lot now. Regarding coping, it'll probably meditation, country music, and going to sleep.
Okay. That's
Probably
quite a healthy way of dealing with it, in my opinion.
Probably 9 times out of 10 going to sleep.
Yeah.
Just because your mind resets.
Yeah.
On a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it'll be the gym. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, in early mornings, it'll be country music, driving home or driving to work. And then trying to get round about 7 to 8 hours sleep a day. And then if I don't feel in a great frame of mind, try and get some more sleep.
I do feel...
I even thought about getting it tattooed on my arm.
Did you?
Yeah, like underneath my watch line.
Yeah.
Just in big letters, sleep.
I do feel sleep, part of mental health, sleep is crucial. And too much sleep is not good. Too little sleep is dreadful.
I probably had too little sleep.
I think that 8-hour mark is a great mark.
Yeah, I probably had too little sleep between the ages of 19 to 31.
And I think that can create burnout, and it will that would have slowly have affected you over the years without even noticing.
But with let's say it like this, probably 9 out of 10 people are in the same position.
Yep.
Finances at the moment, and having to find other jobs to pay bills and pay for food and have a roof over your head.
Yeah.
It's going to create burnout a lot faster.
Yeah. It really will.
And
having a government that don't support you creates burnout.
Yeah.
All these things add up, and I don't want to get too political, but I think you're right in terms of the politicians have a lot to answer for our current mental health in society, because they're the ones that did put us in lockdown, which I think started a huge ball rolling of people's mental health issues, and today they do nothing really about it.
What was it? 3 out of 5 relationships ended during COVID.
That's mad. That is a hard, mate.
I think that was
60%. That's
yeah.
crazy. That is a high stat. What's your... No, I've done that one. Do you think social media helps or damages men's mental health?
I'll probably say it damages both male and females.
Yeah.
Just because of physique, looks, cosmetics, makeup.
Yeah.
But then again, it can do great. Just the other day, there was a girl missing, and they found her through social media.
Yeah.
With the creators at the moment, if young children have issues, I'm sure the creators would talk openly live about the issue of how to deal with it or how they've been through it.
Yeah.
You'll think so. So it can swing both ways.
I would agree. This platform could be used for positive.
Yeah, if anything, I'll probably say more TV shows will cause more damage.
Yeah.
Just because behind a camera.
Yeah.
Or a video camera. So let's put one to it. Love Island.
Yeah.
They all got to be perfect. All the boys got to be all toned up, 6-packs, absolutely henched, semi-famous or cousins to famous person or something to something else.
Do you think the expectation of men has gone up over the last few years, or definitely decade? In my opinion, I would agree. Shows like that have put men on a pedestal. This is what we should be, and to achieve that is very hard.
But even the same with, well, what have you got now? You can have surgery for your hair, losing your hair. You've got surgery for your physical looks, like your teeth, your nose, jawline, uplift, tummy tuck, liposuction,
all of that,
lymphatic drainage. Like you've got it all now.
Yeah. So you can personalise yourself to a certain degree on how you think you should be perceived.
How you should look.
Yeah.
By looking at someone else, I should look like that.
Yeah. And that's influenced through
how am I going to look like that? Well, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Or I'll go and get a line and do that.
Why do you think society is very much driven by material objects? You know, things you can physically see. So, such as, you know, if you're in Las Vegas, for example, and you're single and you're looking out for someone, this is my perspective from a woman. They will see men, see how they're dressed, seeing if they've got good watches, if they smell good. They take everything that they see about you well before making the decision of actually if he's a nice person or not. Why is that important to people in society of today? Why is it important that you have a 6-pack?
Showboat.
But why is that important to a female?
Well, men want to look muscly, toned up, look young, with like nice hair, nice beard or whatever. And they want a decent female or girl by his side.
Okay.
Girls, I'm not too sure.
So you think it is a case of
I think it's more
men are up in their game in terms of the way they look and the way they present themselves, because if they up their game, it also means the female that they can get ups their physical attractiveness. Okay. I know we've spoken about this briefly before when we've had a few drinks. Like, our opinion on a female is necessarily we would prefer a female that is a beautiful human being inside than being amazingly good looking on the outside.
I'll probably say personality, connection, and being able to push your other half to better themselves are my top 3.
Okay. Cool.
Over looks.
Yeah, I would agree. I think looks for men are less important than looks are for a woman.
Yeah, no offence, but when you get older, your looks start deteriorating after 35, 36.
Yeah.
But you don't lose your heart,
No.
you don't lose your personality, you don't lose your passion or trying to push your partner.
You don't lose your characteristics at all, do you? No, I agree with that. What is harder for men, opening up or asking for help?
at the precise moment in time, I'll say opening up.
Okay.
Just because people say, I hear you, I get what you're saying, I understand. And then they're like, oh, maybe I don't need help, so I won't say I need help.
Yeah.
But
how do you
in my head, it's like you don't understand.
How do you open someone up that doesn't want opening up or is very tight knit on opening up?
Well, with that,
like let's take you, for example.
Yeah, the way I opened up was they asked me open-ended questions.
Yeah.
The first week I didn't want to discuss it.
Yeah.
I spoke minimal about it.
Yeah.
The second week I opened up probably about 30-35%. And then she understood a little bit about what was going on.
Yeah.
And she built my confidence, I guess, and gained my trust. And then after week 4 or 5, remember we were having 2 sessions a week. So after week 4 or 5, I was basically 90%, 100% open to my first counsellor. She knew 90% of it.
Do you think that is because, not that you built a relationship with them, but you got to a point where actually, after a few conversations, you felt comfortable and therefore you could open up and you felt like you had a friendship with them? Was it a friendship feeling, or was it the case of actually I need to do this because or otherwise shit's going to go wrong? Why did you open up to that person?
To understand my own feelings and understand where I was in life.
So you knew it had to be done, and you thought this is the right person I can do it with.
Yeah, and there was potential of me getting back with the baby mum.
Okay. So that was the light at the end of the tunnel you were working towards in your brain.
Yeah.
And to reach that light, you had to open up fully. So it had to be done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did go through the NHS just probably end of last year.
Yeah.
Just because they.
How long did that process take to get the counselling?
Through the NHS?
Yeah. At the time.
That was 3-month waiting list.
Okay.
And then it's a 12-week course, 1 session a week.
Okay.
With it privately, I think it was £140 an hour, £150 an hour.
Okay. So the NHS would have been paying that full whack price.
Yeah. So my first lot, which was £150 an hour, and I think it went on for, was it an hour session or an hour and a half sessions? I think it started off an hour and a half sessions.
Yeah.
And it went down to once a week at an hour sessions.
Okay.
And with the cancelling, it's NHS, 12 weeks course, 12-week waiting list for an hour session. Sometimes it was only 45 minutes.
Okay. So the process took about 6 months in total from beginning to end.
Near enough, yeah. But I felt I gained more going private than I did going through the NHS.
What was that?
Just because that cancelling started technically the following week.
Okay.
I rang her up Thursday. By Monday, Tuesday the following week, I was having my first session.
Yeah.
With the NHS, you're like, yeah, when would the first session be? Oh, you got a 12-week waiting list.
Yeah.
So you know straight up that they don't have enough staff for not just male mental health there, female mental health there.
Yeah, just mental health in general.
Just mental health in general.
Yeah. Process is too long, mate. It is too long. I know the answer to that question. I'll ask it, but we'll move on quickly from it. Have you ever isolated yourself in bad periods?
Yes.
Of course.
Probably 6 months, I think the first one was, and I just went to the gym.
What does depression look like that people don't talk about?
It's hard to say what it looks like.
See, I think depression looks like isolation.
If anything,
Quietness.
I'd probably say going into a dark room and just screaming and crying.
Yeah.
That's and just staying in that room, like you said, isolation.
Yeah.
But sometimes people could be depressed but be out with their friends but hiding away from.
I 100% recognise that with.
So you could be in a group of 6 people.
Yeah.
You'll be around a table, and all 6 of you there, 5 of you in conversation. That 6th person could be stone quiet for 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
So he's technically isolating himself from that group.
And in the other way, there I think some people can show depression in terms of being when they're out with their friends, or like someone who's depressed, in my opinion, if they choose to come out for a night and spend time with their friends, maybe they're the ones that are being the loudest or the most outgoing or seem the happiest because they're masking it heavily.
Yeah.
We've got a mutual friend. I definitely feel that happens to 100%.
Well, I tried reaching out to him. I haven't had anything back.
I know. He's hard work, but
I'll give him another week and I'll try again.
that's all you can do, mate. What habits destroy men mentally over time? I say being quiet about our feelings.
Agree.
Yeah.
Probably say alcohol as well to an extent.
Yep, I would agree with that. As it's a depressant, I fully understand that. I'd probably go on a bender every sort of 6 weeks. I'll have a heavy drink, and then I think to myself, "Fucking why?"
Yeah, so I've gone from every 6, and I'm trying to do every 12 weeks.
That's good.
So I'm getting a lot of arguments at the moment, going, "Why are you not having one? Why are you not having one? When are you coming up? When are you coming down?" It's like, no, once every 3 months.
Yep, no, I get that, and that's a good way to control it, mate. Do men confess distraction? There we go. Sorry, let me reword that. Do men confuse distraction with healing?
I'll say some men do.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I'll probably say I was probably one of them.
Yeah, being distracted is not healing.
So
It's avoidance,
yeah,
I would say.
and I'll probably say that's the reason why I started helping on a Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely. Why do so many men suffer in silence? Why do we not talk? Same answer I get most weeks, to be fair, when I discuss this.
Because we get told that we should man up. Don't talk about it. Hold your emotions in. Who's people say who's going to help you?
Yeah.
Or what do you want me to do to help you out?
Yeah.
Like I said, there's now, because it has been exploited on since the pandemic.
Yep.
There are things out there that will help, and there are people out there that will help.
And then, have you ever lost yourself trying to keep everyone else happy?
Yeah. I always try and keep everyone happy before
Yeah.
looking after my own. I always think about others before I think about myself. So you could call me up tonight saying, "Matt, I need you to do me this, or can you go here and do this for me?" I'll be straight in the car. I'll go and do it for you.
That's not a bad quality to have, though.
But then if you keep on doing it over and over again,
Yeah. That's taking the piss of it.
then if I keep doing it over and over again,
Yeah. The thing is, it means I'm putting my problems on you. It could end up burning
But
you out.
it might not just be you.
Okay.
So it might be our work colleague,
Yeah.
or it could be a friend from Cardiff, or it could be you.
Yeah.
All at different stages of the week. Oh,
Yep.
Can you get me this? I'm
Yep.
coming up here, or can you get me that?
But why do you feel you put people first? Is it because you want to show that you're a caring person, or is it important to you as an individual to be a good human being, or why do you think you put their feelings and needs before yours? What does that give you?
To show them I'm a good person.
Yeah.
And show them that I care about them.
You think?
I show up for everyone else,
Yeah.
but then back then I didn't know what it meant to show up for myself.
Okay.
So at the end of the night I'd go home, pitch black room, 5-10 minutes meditation, and then cry myself to sleep
Yeah.
because my head's still spinning around with things going on.
Yeah. That's quite sad. It is though, isn't it? You can admit it's sad. It's sad. It's a sad way to be. You know, no human being should have to
No.
live their life that way.
This is why I'm happy to come and talk about it.
Good. Okay. What makes a man emotionally strong? Are men perceived emotionally strong normally?
Back in our era, they should have done. But
Yeah.
why?
Because they were told
They were told
to
to.
express it.
Yeah.
So
So
it's a masking technique, isn't it? Isn't that we're emotionally strong, we just know not to show it, and therefore people think we're not feeling these things.
yeah, but generations changing.
It is.
So if they want us to show our emotions, why? As long as they're not physical emotions and just
Yeah.
not beating other people up and
Yeah.
hitting, attacking, and
Yeah, I get what you
not
mean.
as long as it's not that emotions.
Yeah,
and
it's controlled emotions, yeah.
verbal emotions.
Yeah.
Then why can't men do that?
Yeah.
Why can't they show their feminine side? Not like
I know what you mean. Yeah, I agree. Why can't they? There's no reason why they shouldn't, but that men still hold back. I don't care how much we talk about on here, and how many people we reach. There will be people out there that will still hold back and be like, "Nah, not me." And it's sad that as a society and as a human race, we feel we can't be us. We've got to people in this world, we have to put on a facade. Like, I'll briefly speak about it. Obviously, where I DJ, I have me, and then I have my Rugged D character side of me. And even though they're not different. They're not different people. They're not different personas. But I can use my platform of Rugged D to do things differently than I do with me, Dean Riley. So it's very hard for people to differentiate the way they're feeling to the way they should be. I genuinely feel having a loving, caring partner is one of the only ways you can truly be yourself, because you can then open up to them and they can take it, hopefully. I think that's a lot of problems with a lot of relationships, is you get to a point in a relationship, maybe you're opening up in a way you didn't before. They don't know how to fucking cope with that. They don't know how to deal with that. It's very hard.
in 7 years we have one argument in 7 years.
That's madness, mate.
Until
One argument a week minimum.
until probably the last 2-3 weeks of our relationship.
Yeah. So it was probably...
And then it was probably once a week.
Yeah, and then you guys, for you, that would have been very unusual, so therefore you would have identified something isn't right. Yeah.
But even having people from the outside of the relationship
Yeah.
talking about it behind your back to the other person in the relationship,
Yeah.
trying to construe misconstrued their feelings and the way they are thinking
Yeah.
is out of order.
Yeah.
Um, and I feel that other people from outside the relationship should keep out of the relationship.
Yeah.
By all means, say your opinion, but if the two people in that relationship don't want to take that opinion on board or
should
run
be
with
should
that
be
opinion,
influenced and pushed upon them.
yeah,
Yeah.
then just leave them. All relationships are going to make mistakes at the end of the day.
100%.
At the end of the day, we're human beings. We're all going to make mistakes at work, at home, while we're out and about, clubbing, at a restaurant, cooking food. Yeah, we might have a fight or two just because we're drunk and disorderly.
Yeah.
But it's a learning curve within you being a human being. And it's happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Because or God has wanted you to learn that rule or how to deal with that issue at that time.
It's mad. So when me and my missus got together, we used to argue a lot at the beginning. We used to argue a lot. And as time and years went on, we argue less. Now we argue about specific things, but less. Now I would say they're more intense arguments now, but back then they were way more less meaningful. And I do think sometimes people give up on relationships too quickly. Like, divorce is at the highest it's ever been and all of that sort of thing. And I genuinely think either marriage is being construed in a way that I don't think it should be. So maybe, people get married because of the sake of getting married, or maybe they've had kids, so they're like, well, we've got to get married. Or others are like,
it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's glamorous and all that shit. Where I am old school in the way of believing what marriage is and was, and I genuinely feel you get into a marriage, and like you said earlier, you have to work not just on yourself, but with your partner to change things as you go. Because throughout marriage, throughout your life, even though you're now on the same path together, you will still have individual experiences that affect you differently than your partner. And it's how you can balance that so it doesn't destroy your friendship. I tell my wife all the time, we have to remember, yes, we have children together, but those children were made through our friendship and our love.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had kids if we weren't what we were. So we have to remember who we were before we had kids and try and keep what we had, or otherwise what's the fucking point?
Yeah, so I'm having that argument at the moment because I'm saying there's certain agencies or certain professional people who are trying to get involved who shouldn't be involved.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, well, hold on a minute, you weren't there when he or she was conceived, so why are you getting involved now?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's our daughter.
Yeah.
So why are you getting involved between our issue with our daughter?
Yeah. That's it.
And it's the same with family and family friends. Why are you getting involved in the relationship?
Yeah.
Or why are you getting involved with child-minded or father and daughter, father-daughter or father-Sunday?
Yeah.
When you weren't in the relationship from the start. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I do get you. Why should someone have an opinion that, like...
But some people will give the opinion and they'll say it so well that the person will take it on board and be like, oh, she's right.
Yeah.
But it might be the wrong opinion. But then someone will say the right opinion the wrong way. She'll take it on board. No, I'm not using that.
It's like, let's take an example.
Or he's not using
let's say
that.
someone's got a stepdad. Yeah? That stepdad is in that child's life, right? that stepdad technically should have an opinion on that child's life because he's a part of it. However, for me, it's about the time and the depth they've had with that child. Like you can't make a call in that child's life if you've just got in that relationship.
Yeah, if you're six months down the line or a year down the line, you can't get involved in it. You can't say your opinion.
No, exactly. But if, let's say you've been in that kid's life 15 years and you've seen that child grow from here to here and you've been a part of that development, then I think you've earned the right to have an opinion.
Yes, but sometimes it won't happen because...
No, it won't. You're right, it won't happen.
There's no...
Yeah.
What they call it? There's no marriage certificate or no adoption letter signature.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, no, you're not having any.
Yeah, you've got no power by law.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But nowadays people getting married and then getting divorced, and you know what the comments is? Oh, it's only a piece of paper.
Yeah.
It's only £525 to get divorced, or £575. I'll just pay it off.
Yeah. It's mad. So, and as you say, when you got married, you never thought about getting married and then getting divorced. You always thought, I've always said, if my wife ever leaves me, and I'm never getting remarried. Fuck that. I'm never doing this all again. Never.
Yeah.
If you want me in your life permanently, that's fine. You can tell me that. Don't need a bit of paper to do that.
Yeah. I'm definitely not spending the amount of money that was spent on the wedding.
Exactly, mate. That's it. Exactly. I'm not paying all that money again just to be in the same scenario we're going to be at the end of that day. Do men... No, we don't know a bit. Why do so many men suffer in silence? Fear of weakness? I feel like men are creatures of peace, and if we can have some peace, we'll do anything to get it.
What were we back in the old days? We're apes, weren't we?
Apparently so.
Apparently so. So I guess it'll make them feel weak, unwanted, unmanly. May feel a burden on someone.
Right. I would say that's probably the biggest thing for me. I don't like being a burden to someone else's life. I know life is hard enough for everyone. Mm-hmm. Why would I give my shit to you? Because I am very much a man's man in that sense. You tell me a problem, I want it fixed. Like, I'll try and fix it. If I'm telling you a problem, it normally means give me some way of fixing it. But then I don't want that to become your problem to try and fix my fucking problems, because you've got enough stress in your life.
I used to say it all the time to my mum.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this because I'm a burden to you.
Yeah. Do you have a good relationship with your mum?
Yeah.
You do. That's good. I think, I said it last week, I think relationships with mums are very important for men throughout their life.
Don't get me wrong, we have our up and down days, but... Yeah. I probably won't speak to her for 2-3 weeks, and then she'll just call me, and I'm like, why's she calling me?
Yeah. What's
she want? Oh, I'm just checking in. Okay. Okay then, Mum. Cheers.
Do you have quite an open relationship with your mum?
No, I'll still keep stuff hidden.
Okay.
I.e. the drugs she didn't know about.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing she didn't know about. But
okay, so quite open in general.
In general, yeah.
That's good. I do feel for men, dads are very important, but mums equally are. Even now, I've got my wife and I've got my kids. My mum is the stability through my whole life so far. Whatever has happened, it's always been not the centre of her, but she's always there if I need anything still. And for me, the day I lose my mum will be the day I lose a huge part of me, because she's been that constant in my life while I've been here.
There was a time where it was my dad's mum and dad, which felt like my mum and dad.
Okay.
And when they both went, it felt like a bit of me died.
Yeah.
I went to both their funerals, and my nan's I couldn't get off the seat.
Yeah.
Couldn't leave the room. No, I was just sat there. They had to physically pick me up at the seat and get me outside.
I think grandparents are underrated as well. I know from my wife's perspective, she was probably closer to her grandparents than her parents. And I think there's a lot of people that do have grandparents that they're closer to.
Yeah, I'd probably say
I would say my nephew, my mum, and my nephew, he would say she's more of a mum to him than his own mum, and has a better relationship.
It's
with her.
weird. I'm probably closer to my mum than my dad,
Yeah.
but was closer to my dad's mum and dad, and my nan and granddad, than I am to my mum's mum and dad.
Yeah.
Which is quite weird, because you feel, well, if you're close to your mum, you'd be close to
You think your mum's
your mum's side.
Yeah.
But no, I'm closer to my dad's mum and dad than my mum.
But maybe that was because you were trying to understand your dad more, so spending time with them more made you feel closer to him.
There was an issue on Christmas when I ran away, and it was lucky actually, because my mum's mum and dad lived 10-minute walk from my dad's mum and dad.
Okay.
I was literally walking from one side of Whiteleaf to the other side of Whiteleaf.
Right.
Which wasn't too far, just across a park basically.
Yeah. Luckily nothing happened.
So it wouldn't have happened. Literally went over a train bridge, across the playing field,
Yeah.
under a train bridge, turned right, and I was in the house.
Is vulnerability attractive or risky for men today? In your opinion?
I'd probably say risky.
Yeah,
Very risky.
I agree. I think some women like it, and other women see it as a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would lean slightly towards more of they see it as a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And therefore we would show it less.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
It's hard to work out which ones find it a red flag.
Yeah.
Just like,
Why do you think they see it as a red flag? Is it because they want to be the one that can be the, not the attention seeker, but the one that seeks the emotional attention because they need it more, being female?
yeah, could be that, or they might want a strong leader, a strong man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Someone who's grounded, understands themselves, and not being vulnerable.
Okay. Do you think that's still quite?
But it's hard, really.
It's
'cause
quite
now
old-fashioned still, isn't
yeah,
it?
Yeah, females started to turn around going, "Oh, I like a dad belly."
Yeah.
It's like, what? So
I think
swear you used to like muscly men. Yeah,
I think
not
women
anymore.
have as many issues as men. I think there are a lot of dad issues with young females as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, females are able to talk about it openly with each other.
Yeah. But yeah, as you say, other than the conversations we've had when we've had a few drinks, we've never really had a conversation like deep before, have we?
No.
No.
And this is quite deep.
Yeah, it's good. Let's have a look at these. So I'm going to pick a question. We said that one. Why do. Have you ever pushed people away when struggling mentally?
Yeah.
Was that your ex by any chance? Did you push her away when you're struggling mentally?
I haven't pushed anyone physically away.
No,
but
emotionally.
Emotionally, I pushed my brother,
Okay.
my dad,
Yeah.
my brother's girlfriend. I pushed them all away.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, I found out later on that they were passing information back, which was false information
Yeah.
back to her.
Next question's quite important. What role does fatherhood play in a men's mental health?
So when you're younger, you look up to your father for guidance, reassurance, understanding, to learn. Through the teenage years, like,
What do you think the roles of a mum and a father are different? What is different about their roles? I know what I think about it, but
well, it's hard to say really, because I haven't got a boy. So
okay. So for me, I think a female role as a mum is more of nurturing and more of the caring, more of the I wouldn't say this is the role, but I say naturally as humans go, women are more caring, where men, I wouldn't say, especially with my own kids, I'm equally as nurturing as my wife, but I am definitely the role of, okay, we need to toughen up a little bit with this.
So you're the bad parent.
Technically so.
Yeah, I was probably the bad parent when she was younger.
Okay.
That was funny, because I was about to say, do you think it's the other way around? But when you said that, I was like that to my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I actually said something out of order and she did something wrong or threw something. I put her on and noticed it.
yeah.
And I'm like, you're 3 years old, just sitting there for 3 minutes.
The thing is,
she's like,
throughout life, there has to be consequences to actions we do. There's consequences. For me, DJing, if I DJ regularly and do it badly, the consequence is I don't get work.
Mm-hmm.
If I call the management there a cunt every week, I'm not going to get work. So there is a consequence to everything we do.
Same with work.
Yeah.
Do it wrong, you get a warning.
And I always believe children should understand there is a consequence. Not necessarily have to give them a consequence all the time, but make sure that they understand actually that action would in the real world is going to get me this. And I'm a true believer in that. And but equally, in return, as a father, maybe where my dad went in my life, I will always tell my kids that I love them, how proud I am of them, that what they've done well. I'll give them hugs and kisses. You know, even my 11-year-old now.
See, that's hard for me because I only get 6 hours.
No, exactly, mate. That's what I mean. I genuinely, from my perspective, I don't know how dads do that. Like, I would be so frustrated and angry. Like, my life's stressful enough to have that added to it. I don't know what I would do. That would change me.
Sorry, I'll get 8 hours every other weekend, every other Sunday.
Yeah.
And then 3 hours on a Monday. But yeah, even that now I'm like,
yeah.
How's that even right?
Because you probably feel you can't really influence your daughter's life.
No, not for 11 hours.
Yeah, a week.
22 hours a month.
Yeah, that's not a lot, is it? You know, I think I've never understood why
between 22 and 30 hours a week a month. You're like,
I've never understood, and I think I was quite lucky when I was young.
So I produced this boy or girl.
Yep.
And I'm only getting her or him.
Yep.
Between 25 and 30 hours a
month.
month.
But you're expected to give like almost half your wages.
Yeah. But now you want £300 a month or £260 a month for child maintenance. So why isn't that the other way around, mate, when the man has it?
I think child maintenance should be based on the amount of hours you spend with that child. You know, unless you're a dad that don't want to be in their life, then yes, you've got to pay a maintenance. But even then, I think there needs to be a review on if there is a parent saying, I want more time with my child, I'll happily pay the maintenance for that time. What's the problem? That should be looked at in a different way. Because yes, there are parents out there that maybe shouldn't see their children because of whatever reasons. However, when
there's also parents out there, when they find out their partner's pregnant, will run away.
Yeah.
Don't want anything to do with them.
Absolutely.
And they won't give any money.
Hmm.
And then there's also parents out there who should be given money but don't give money, and then the female doesn't want to go any further with it.
Yeah.
Because it'll cause more hassle than more harm than good. But I've been there since day one going, there you go.
I think at the end of the day, if there is a parent
I want to see my
that
daughter
wants
more,
to see their
there you
child,
go.
then there is no reason why the other parent should be stopping that parent unless there's a safety problem of that child. That's the only reason that a child should not be seeing maybe one of their parents, is if it is a safety problem. If there isn't a safety problem, the other parent should not have any right in stopping the other parent having an equal time.
Yeah.
You know, and
That's my every other Sunday that comes up is probably the best time of my month.
Yeah.
Just because I see my daughter.
Absolute highlight, I can imagine.
Just yeah, she wants to do things all the time. And last time I saw her, I took her shopping for her birthday.
Yeah.
She absolutely loved it. It was technically, what do they call it? A yes day for her.
Yeah.
Everything she wanted, yes. Yeah, you want that? Yeah, okay. You want that? Okay.
Yeah.
And then her nan meets up with us, or grandma meets up with us. Tilly, what do you want? I need to go to Primark. Okay. Grandma, can I have this? Going to the works. Grandma, can I have this? Yes. I'm like, oh, I've just spent all of this. No, you're just going over to Grandma and asking Grandma.
It is hard because you want to give them the world, and you want that child to. It's such a mate. I can't even imagine. Like, I don't know how I would cope in the similar circumstances. I really don't.
I'll give her as much as I can.
Of course.
If I give her a mobile phone, I'll give her a mobile phone.
But then I guarantee that causes problems with mum.
Yeah.
Of course, you're spoiling her, blah, 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 blah.
Are you trying to win her over?
No, it's because I don't get to spend enough time with her. If I had more time with her, that money would be spread out more.
And this is where the parent alienation comes in.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Especially when one parent's holding the child from seeing the other parent, when the other parent's trying to
and then
see the child.
It costs a fucking fortune to even get it to court.
22.5 grand.
That's what I mean, mate. It's insane. Like, there should be a better process of. There should be something in place where, actually, do you know what? You got to sit down. You got to be mediated before it goes into a legal action.
Yeah, but apparently, that is the case.
Yeah.
But
we as men don't have rights, do we?
14 days, I think it is.
Why do men not have rights?
And if the female says 14 after up to 14 days, she doesn't want to hear anything, because she says no to mediation.
Yeah.
Then it will be able to go to court.
I don't get why men don't have rights to kids.
No. It baffles me.
Yeah.
Really
don't get me wrong. I
me.
understand the whole process of women give birth. I fully respect that. I've been through two with my own kids. Like, I don't not respect my wife because she gave birth, but I don't think she should have more or less rights than me.
No, because she both produced that child together.
Yeah. Like, and if both parents say no, we want, you're saying you want equal rights. Why can't you?
I would have gone for 50-50 custody if I wasn't working nights.
Yeah.
And I told the court that.
And it's such a hard situation to be in, because I can imagine the amount of...
And the court probably would, if I did, the court probably would have given it to me.
The amount of money that you have to pay maintenance-wise, you've then got to work more to earn that so you can live.
Yeah.
It is, like, the whole process, it's just another system that needs to be looked at.
And from the amount of money that I pay them, or pay her, and then every other weekend I'll spend on her, and then if I have her on a Monday for 3 hours, I've got to cook her dinner.
That's what I mean. If you're that maintenance
So
money
if you-
technically should be served as a ratio, shouldn't it? Of
So technically, I'm spending near enough a third of my wages.
it's mad. It doesn't financially. It doesn't favour. Well, it shouldn't favour either of you, but it certainly doesn't favour you. You know, it favours them more.
But if it goes the other way round and the father gets full custody,
Yeah,
why doesn't the female have to pay maintenance?
I agree. It's mad. The system's fucked. It's a system, you know, and then you see people question, why is there Spider-Man standing on Buckingham Palace? Do you know what I mean? Or why is this guy dressed as blah 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 saying about men's rights? I think I'll bring it up a little bit from the mental health element, but they talk about equal rights all the time, women, yeah, how women should have equal rights. For me, and this is, you know, I might get it too, not personal, but it might be touch on people that don't like my opinion. I'm allowed my opinion, but people might not like it. My opinion is, if you want equal rights, fully agree, but then everything should be equal. You know, people argue, why do women, let's take the women's NBA for example, don't get paid nowhere near as much as the men? And I understand that, but you don't produce as much entertainment and sponsorship and revenue as the men do. If you did, then yeah. Same as in, you know, British football. If you're producing the same amount of revenue as the men, then you should be given the same, because it works out with men's football as a ratio. Men actually get paid less than women at football. That's not right either. You know, the revenue that comes in for women's football, I think they get paid, let's take an example of 20%. Men get paid like 6%. That's not fucking equal.
Yeah, but it's that because of the Euros they've won twice.
Probably. And
Same.
don't get me wrong, women's football at the moment is huge.
FIFA give and UEFA give huge amount of money for winning.
But the women's,
And
admittedly, is less than the men's. I get that.
But if the men win the World Cup, then the amount of money the men, if FIFA hand over to the FA, surely the men's wages will go up.
Yeah.
You expect, because they've won the World Cup.
Yeah. It does for the women.
Right.
So don't get me wrong, everything should be equal, but also it needs to be equally reflected within, you know, within work, within personal lives, within duties. I, as a man, I can say at home I do not do enough cleaning and enough cooking. I do it, but not enough. That I can't 100% put my hand on my heart and say it's 50-50. And that is something I, as an individual, need to change. And I've always constantly tried to work on that. But equally, does that mean, therefore, my wife has to do everything that I do in terms of...
She's going to go and DJ.
That's what I mean. She's going to come around your lick for me? You know, there's a balance in life, and I get equality, fully get and respect equality. But also, sometimes you need to know your roles, especially if you're in a relationship. I think you have to figure out whose role is what.
Do you give her downtime?
I try my best. She ever asks for time to go out, we sort it out. She ever wants time to do such and such, get her nails done, she goes and has it done.
So when you take the boys to rugby or football, do you take both of them?
Not always, because sometimes they're in different places. So like one will go one will go the other. So she'll have to take one, I'll have to take the other.
Yeah.
But if I can, like on Thursday night, I will take my son. But then my son will say to her, "Oh, but I want you to come." So then she'll come. But then she's allowed, if she wants, she's allowed that downtime. She doesn't have to come with us.
See, that's where I didn't do that enough.
Okay.
I didn't give her any downtime.
Yeah. My wife is great at trying to help me find my balance, and I'll try my absolute best to find her balance, because life is too hard these days in burnout, mentally, you know, we're talking about men's mental health, but mental health in general is fucked. Don't care what anyone says, it's fucked for both sexes, or whichever gender and you are. Won't even get into that conversation. What does toxic masculinity actually mean to you?
I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about it.
Okay. Do you know any toxic? Have you ever been around toxic masculinity?
If anything, I'll just probably reframe it back to like overuse of drugs,
Yeah.
heroin, cocaine, that kind of stuff.
Okay. What is the difference between confidence and ego?
Well, my ego's up here, my confidence is down here.
What's the difference between? Why do you
I
have
put a
an
mask on for this one and I don't for this one.
Okay, so ego is a facade, and yeah, your confidence is you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good way of explaining it.
Let's put it this way. I went live on TikTok the other day. I was bricking it. Absolutely bricking it. Yeah. Thought no one's going to like me, no one's going to invite me on, no one's going to battle me, no one's going to come in my chat. I went on there. One of my friends, or one of the people I used to go into the chat with, invited me on with another curator that I was in and out of chat with. They were both in the chat together, or on the camera, obviously in two different places.
Yep.
They invited me on, we battled, we were chit-chatting. I was absolutely bricking it, thought I didn't do any good about it, didn't do it great. He then left, just like, you want to do a battle online? I was like, yeah, I can do. We were just chatting, I was like, how's things going up there? How's so and so? How's so and so? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I get 3 people come in my chat, throw a couple of points down. I win the battle, and then she was like, I've got to go and run the chat, and I had to go to work, so I came off. And I'm like, what's just happened?
Yeah.
What has just really happened here? Like, I was absolutely bricking it, but I thought I never could be able to do this, and I've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate my voice. Yeah, I hate the way I look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got no confidence, but surely if I carry on doing things like this, it will just build up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, like, I just can't believe I did it, to be honest. Because like we said, my confidence is down here. My ego is up here.
Yeah.
Rage bait me, I'll be probably about here.
Yeah.
But if you throw something good, I'll probably be here.
Yeah.
And I'll throw something good back at you.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Love a bit of TikTok, eh?
We'll see what happens. I might go a little bit more on it. We'll see.
Why do you think modern men are more emotionally aware than previous generations?
Explain.
So, maybe people younger than us are more emotionally aware. Like, now we're doing this because our generation, or my generation especially, were definitely emotionally more closed. But it seems to be we are opening this up more so that younger men can understand that being emotionally open is a benefit, not a negative.
Probably.
Would you agree with what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to enhance on what you said. I feel there's more people out there who've got issues.
Do you feel there's more issues?
Mental health issues.
Okay.
That haven't opened up or approached anyone on. And like we said, hiding it away by doing other stuff, so they think that they haven't got an issue.
Yeah.
When they don't want to seem weak.
Okay.
They might know they have an issue, but they keep themselves busy, so they think that they don't have an issue.
Okay.
Or make their brain
so admit
think
it
that
to
they're
themselves first. They're avoiding it before. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now on to sort of more of the music industry sort of stuff. Does nightlife culture damage mental health?
I'd probably say it swing both ways.
Okay.
Yeah, it can do, because the government say you only should be drinking 14 units a week.
Yeah.
But then you might be going out with your friends and catching up and having a laugh and a joke and just relaxing a bit. So in one aspect they're saying, oh, I only drink 14 units, but you're drinking like 3, 4, 5 times more than that, because you're out with your mates on a night out, catching up, chilling out. Oh, we're meeting here at 8:30.
Yeah.
We're staying out until 3:30.
So you're benefiting socially for your emotional support.
Yeah, but you're damaging yourself through the alcohol.
Yeah. Which then can lead on to depressive states. Yep, I would agree with that. How hard is it to stay mentally balanced while entertaining people? Because even from your role, you're still part of the entertainment team.
So how do I stay balanced?
Yeah, how hard is it to stay balanced? Do you find it hard to stay mentally stable while entertaining people?
If I do, or if I know and feel that something's happening, I'll try and take a step back.
So, for example, with me, I'm just thinking from my perspective, if I'm not mentally in the right place to deal with customers, I just hide behind a DJ booth. With you, do you therefore go and hide behind a bar, for example?
I'll go and hide behind the glass station, so I'll be bar back.
Yeah, keep
so
yourself
I don't
busy.
have to, have to talk to anyone.
Yeah, definitely.
Or I'll go bottle collecting.
Yeah,
yeah,
fair enough. Have you ever had to perform while emotionally broken? I don't mean in sexual. I mean, just basically, have you ever had to go to work when you're broken?
Yeah, I did it over and over again at the start of the issues that I had.
Yeah.
2021.
Just avoiding it, and it's been like
well,
we said,
I just
it's keeping ourselves busy, isn't it?
I just didn't want to put a burden on work.
Yeah, it's not work's problem. It's my problem.
Yeah, it's my issue. So I need to go to work still to get money in.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't go to work, I don't get paid.
Yeah.
But if I don't go in, then they're going to be short staffed. So I need to go in.
Yep.
1, to get paid, and 2, so they're not short staffed.
Yep, it's another pressure on life, isn't it? And then, as you say, you need that money, 1, to pay your bills, 2, to see your daughter, 3, to pay the courts if needed.
Yeah.
So you have no choice but to work. So there is no time to have a mental break.
Yeah.
Right. Is there a pressure to always look successful?
Yeah. Always a pressure because of social media.
Yeah.
New cars are coming out every 6 months.
Yep.
So people like having the most fanciest car, or designer clothes, or designer shoes, or lovely trainers, or hats.
Yeah.
Now hats starting to do it. Aftershave perfumes, they want to smell good.
Yeah.
So it's just one big circle, to be honest.
It is, yeah. I don't disagree with that.
There
is a pressure.
I've gone through that stage.
Especially within our industry, I feel.
I've gone through that stage with aftershaves and perfumes. I'm not gonna lie to it. I've got too many.
I think our industry as well, even though we're...
I don't even know which one I'm wearing today. You know what I
I'm
mean?
the same. I'm the same. I'm like, I don't even know.
I think I've got way over 100.
That's
And
mad.
I look at my shelves and go, I'm going to wear, and I'll be there for 5 minutes going,
Yep.
do I want to wear that one or that one? Or do I want to wear that one on that shelf? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm starting hiding them away, starting putting them in a box and going, alright, we only got 12 out today, so that's one a day for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like,
Decision making, mate.
it just overpowers my brain.
Can social media validation become addictive?
If you don't know how to control it, yes.
Okay.
If you could switch yourself up from it, then you'll be able to control it. And they say you should be closing it, like not touching your phone or turning your phone on
Yeah.
for an hour before you go to sleep, to have a decent night's sleep. So you should put your phone down for an hour before you actually fall asleep.
Yeah. I've got some deeper questions. I've still got loads to get through, so I'm going to fly through as many as I can. We'll stop as and when we need to. Right. What's a pain you carry that people don't see? I'd probably say you not having your daughter.
If I'm honest, I'll probably say my daughter, or the fact that I haven't gone to see my mum's mum,
Okay.
who's got dementia and Alzheimer's.
I do that with my nan as well. I avoid her because it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
To see him like that, and then
I walk in.
no idea
I
who you
walk
are.
in. Yeah. I walk in. She don't know who I am.
Yeah.
I walk out and
It's
then
horrible.
she's like, "Heather, who's that?"
Yeah.
Well, you know
Yeah.
me.
I had a few.
You know me for 30 odd years. Like,
Yeah.
how do you? Oh.
I had a funeral last week. This time last week up in London, and my nan was there, who's got Alzheimer's, and bless her, seeing her at the funeral of her own son, she had no idea why the fuck she was there. Constantly asking, she was like realising who it was, but then wondering why the fuck she's there, and it was so confusing for her. It was a horrible experience. She had no idea who any of us was, bless her. It must have been, from her point of view, must have been very stressful, very tiring, and it's horrible to see him that way. It really is. I hated every minute of it, but it is very painful. What saved you during the darkest time?
I'd probably say friends, work manager, Graham, and my counsellor.
Good, so counselling does work.
Yeah, that was the private one. A lot of money.
Yeah. Not the NHS one.
Not the NHS one.
Yeah, okay, so if you can afford private, go private. Maybe. I know the answer to that question. What do you wish someone asked you years ago?
What do I wish someone asked me years ago?
These are getting deeper. Lots of thought behind them.
We kind of did talk about it years ago. How can we make the town better?
Okay.
That would probably be one question that I would have been been asked before COVID.
Yeah.
So then we could have been able to get it in place
During COVID.
during COVID.
Okay. Yeah. What's one conversation that changed your life?
Knowing that there's a worth for everyone.
Yeah.
Knowing that there is a reason for you to be on this world and you're here for a journey.
That conversation helped you through. Good.
Yeah, starting in and out conversation with a couple of people.
What do men need more of right now?
Validation and people who will sit down with them and discuss their feelings and emotions.
Yeah. I would say validation and recognition. What's something you're still healing from?
The way I've been treated as a father to my daughter.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to heal from it, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's an ongoing thing. I feel that from you. Yeah. I'm very lucky. I don't have to feel that like on an individual level. I've never experienced that. So.
You just how it's not being a father figure.
Yeah. It's a pain.
And
obviously
two,
isn't
not
gonna
being
go
a
away.
family.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, if I was still in the family, I wouldn't have the general support that I do now.
Okay. I am a true believer
or I wouldn't have met the people that I have done in the last 3 years. Let's put it down to that.
Yeah. I am a true believer that life takes you on a path, and even when it's a shit path,
doors open and doors close.
Yeah, definitely.
And the doors close for a reason.
Yeah. We don't always know those reasons, and we normally discover it later.
But another door would open by then. Yeah. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah. Right. Name something you have never spoke about in public before.
Something I've never spoken in public about before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I've spoken about quite a lot of things in public.
Okay.
I've spoken to people about it, but if you think it'd be more people talking about me behind my back, without me there to validate that reason.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying with that?
Yeah, I get you.
I have spoken to a couple of people about it, saying I think people talking about me behind my back, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
And then I believe there's discussions have been going on with people while I'm not being around, and it's quite annoying not allowing me to be present in that conversation.
Cool. Right, quick fire round. Are you ready?
Go on then.
Therapy or gym?
Gym.
Silence or loud music?
Probably loud music.
What's your biggest red flag on somebody?
Loud.
Biggest green flag?
Blonde and blue-eyed.
Okay. One word to describe your mental state this year.
Stable.
A habit you're trying to quit.
Drinking.
One thing that instantly calms you.
A vape or cigarette.
Best advice you've ever received.
You have got worth on this earth.
Worst advice men get.
Take it on the chin and move on.
Morning person or a night owl?
Night owl.
Your social battery, is it high or...
At the moment it's a night owl.
At the moment.
I don't know how long for, but
okay.
yeah.
Social battery, is it high or low?
60-40.
Okay. One song that heals you.
One song that heals me.
Probably be a country song, knowing you.
I'll probably have to say Luke Combs is the best country singer I've ever heard recently. His songs are amazing.
Does it heal you? Does it help you?
It helps me. It brings me down, winds me down, if you know.
Cool.
But there are a couple of artists from America and the UK which are bringing out decent tunes. And there's one lady in America, it's an outstanding song.
I bet you love going Smith and Wessons just to hear their playlist.
It's not even a country song, to be honest. I'll play it to you at the end.
Cool. One thing men should normalise.
Explain.
What should be more normal for men to be able to do?
Speak up about the feelings.
Okay. Texting or talking?
Talking.
Biggest flex that isn't money?
Appearance.
Okay. Alright. What helped you become mentally stronger?
I'll probably have to say friends and counselling.
Good.
Just because I went through 2 stages.
What does healing mean to you?
That's still a work in progress. I don't know.
Okay. What keeps you motivated?
My daughter, because I don't want to fail. I want to be a person that she looks up to in the future.
Are men loved conditionally or unconditionally?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Shall we elaborate on that?
No.
Okay. Do men get praised for success but ignored in pain?
That's a hard one to answer, because I never got either when I was with a girlfriend and I got a new job. I didn't get a card.
Yep.
Didn't get.
Never a well done, never great stuff.
Never let's go out for a meal and celebrate it.
Yep.
But then, yeah, I'll probably say. Yeah.
You were probably ignored in pain as well then.
Yeah, I'll probably say that.
Yeah. Is loneliness becoming a silent epidemic for men?
Yes. I think if more men are sitting in silence and not speaking out about their feelings and emotions, they're going to go and commit suicide. And I think more men are going to be doing that if it doesn't improve.
Is social media creating fake masculinity?
Hard to say at the moment.
Why do men struggle to compliment each other emotionally?
Because men don't take compliments.
Cool. Are men allowed to fail?
Man to man, yes. Female to male, no.
Okay. Why do some men only open up when they're drunk?
Because they don't know what they're talking about. They're too drunk.
It's very true. Has society made men emotionally confused?
Well, it depends if that man was confused beforehand, because I wouldn't say I'm more confused, no.
That's good. What's the biggest lie men are told growing up?
That Arsenal Football Club's an amazing football club.
Oh, fuck you. Right. I want to come back to one little thing that we touched on right near the beginning.
Go.
And I know you don't like speaking about it. I want to know more about your football career.
I'm not going to speak about it.
Why?
Because there was agreement in place between the family that we won't speak about it.
Really? Am I allowed to know why?
Because we didn't want to elaborate how big it went.
Okay. So.
And it was an agreement between the club and the family.
Okay. So technically, it could be a legal thing.
Probably not now, no, but
they could make it legal if they wanted to.
They could, yeah.
Okay, so you're not allowed to talk about it. That's fine.
Wasn't allowed. Some people are aware.
Mm-hmm.
My ex is aware because she used to wear my top.
Yeah.
When we first started going out.
Are we allowed to tell the people who you used to play for?
No.
Are we not?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately not. It's a local team.
It weren't Crawley Town.
No.
It weren't Crawley Town.
No. If you know, you know.
Okay. If you want to know, come and see me and ask me. Right? I'll tell you.
What's the other one? That was cracking.
So, you've got through all my questions today, mate. I think we've touched on some really good stuff. I hope it's been therapeutic to a certain degree.
Yeah, it's opened it up a little bit. Hope it's an eye-opener to you and to everyone out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got to keep sharing this stuff.
Hopefully people understand it.
Yeah, hopefully so. And hopefully people will understand you a bit more as well.
Hopefully people will start using the services available.
Yes. And don't forget, Matt is single.
Cheers, mate.
That's right, mate. I'll put that out there. Before we end, is there anything you want to talk about? Anything else?
No.
No? You said you had a question for me.
Yeah, I asked it in the question.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that was it.
Did you not notice?
Oh, thank God for that. That's right then.
Did you not notice it?
I obviously noticed you asked me a question, but yeah.
Oh. Look back and you'll understand what it is.
It's fine. That's good. I thought I was going to get interviewed then. I was like, fuck.
I am on TikTok.
Alright. Will I get to see you this weekend?
I might be out tonight.
Working or not working?
Probably not working because I haven't heard.
Okay, cool. Alright. Well,
and they owe me a couple of drinks, so I might be out.
I'll do that. Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah, they do. Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm hoping. What is it? Mid-month? Oh, yeah, it's mid-month, isn't it?
15th.
Fudge, dead mid-month. It could be an interesting weekend then.
It could be a quiet weekend.
It could be very quiet. Sometimes the mid-months have been the best though.
There's been events in London, and isn't there one in Brighton this week?
Probably, mate. It is coming that
on the
season.
beachfront. I don't know if it's open tonight or if that one is open tonight.
We will see, I guess. I would like to thank everyone for joining us. We've done 3 hours.
That's a decent podcast, that is.
That's a long podcast. I might have to put this out in 2 bits.
Oh, shame.
So, you'll see. It will be going on YouTube. It will be going on Spotify. Join the social media pages to know who's coming on next time. I think I've got one lined up for Monday. So that will be coming out probably on Friday. And this one will hopefully be out on Monday.
If you don't mind, can I put it on my TikTok?
Of course.
Okay.
You can do what you want. It's your content as much as it is mine.
No, it's your content.
So, I can try and... I think this is going to be... I don't know how many gigabytes this will be. We'll find out. But I can always send you the link and you can do with it as you wish, mate.
Okay.
Alright. I always put the whole interview pretty much unedited on Spotify and YouTube. And then I do obviously the odd clips for social media. Other than that, thank you for coming in.
No, thank
you. I really
mate.
appreciate the chat. It's been lovely to get to know you on a deeper level.
Yeah.
And I really wish you all the best with your own mental health. And
Cheers,
I hope
mate.
the journey with your daughter becomes very positive
Hope
over
so.
the next few years.
If you want me to come back in and have another chat, if there's more questions, then
mate,
by all
people
means ask.
Yeah, people can get engaged and give us questions to ask our guests, and if they want to ask a guest specific questions, I can contact them and find out. And as you say, if people want to come back in for a second interview, they're welcome to. So I have got a couple of guests lined up. Some of them are going to be interesting, some of them are going to be different to what we've had, which is great. But again, this platform is here for it to grow and to help you lot out there. And everyone is welcome, not just men. If you would like to understand men a bit more, this is a good place to start understanding us. But as we always talk about, I will put up some links onto the sites for mental health support. This one hasn't been very hugely, well, it's not been hugely music orientated this time around. However, the next interview I believe will be, but slightly different. It won't be from a DJ perspective, so it will be interesting. But again, it's been lovely having you all. Matt, thank you for coming in.
Cheers, brother.
This has been the Pull Up Podcast.